2:53 to play here in the first period. With the basketball will come the Panthers. They'll shoot two. Here's the first shot. It's on its way up, and it's good. 10-3 our score and a 7-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Lauren Hart now checks out of the game. Cannon Green will check back in. Lindsay Cleveland's in. Ayanna Porter, Zay Stewart, and Samaj Clark. Free throw is good. Lady Wildcats down 11-3. Down the floor will come Oak Ridge. 2:50 to play here in the period. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Lindsay Cleveland swings it over to Samaj. A long three. Boy, they need it. Shot is no good. Lady Wildcats one and done here. It's a steal by Samaj, though. Lady Wildcats haven't gotten anything off their press. And down the floor will come the Oak Ridge half-court deep offense, setting up once again to Porter. Porter had Cannon early. Couldn't get the ball to her. He's going to drive all the way to the hole. Shot is blocked. Porter has the rebound. Saved on the floor by Cleveland. And their pressure causing Oak Ridge all kinds of difficulties. Speeding up the Lady Wildcats. Here it goes to Porter. Porter to Cleveland. Somebody's got to be able to bust one from the outside.
Yeah, they do. They penetrate now. Samaj takes a three-pointer. No good, David. The surprising thing to me is Oak Ridge has only taken one two-pointer, and that was just Ayanna Porter right there. So, almost 6 minutes into the ball game, Lady Wildcats are only taking threes.
Trying to solve that zone, not being patient, as another foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. It'll be the third team foul. We don't usually get favorable officiating here. It's in a different association, and I'm not saying they're biased. It's just they're used to working with this group. Here comes the Lady Panthers, easily breaking the press. Lady Wildcats have got to do better on defense. Layup. Shot is no good. Not as easy as Samaj has the rebound. Samaj Clark with it down the floor. Pushes it straight up the middle. Top. Key shoots from there. Good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Samaj Clark, and that'll be her first three, and the Lady Wildcats trail 11-6. Here's another deflection. They get the ball across the line. Got a matchup. They set a trap inside. They work the ball. There's a walk. No call. She missed a shot anyway. Saved away by Oak Ridge's Cleveland. Lindsay Cleveland pushes it up to Ayanna Porter. Ayanna Porter dribbles right. There's Samaj again. She launches again. It's up. No good. And here's a deflection, and the ball's out of bounds, saved by Powell. They trap her right in front of the bench, and Powell calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:15 to play first quarter. It's all Lady Panthers to this point. 11-6 our score. We'll be back to Powell following this 30-second timeout. Welcome back once again to Powell High School. 11-6 our score. A minute 15 to play in the first period. The Lady Wildcats only scoring 2 3-point shots. They've gotten really nothing off of their press to speak of as Trump tries to work the ball in the rear court against there's a walk right there. Or a double dribble. Either way, it should have been a turnover. Not called. That was definitely a turnover right there. They've missed a couple of those as they work the ball outside the line. Guarded by, there's a nearly offensive foul. Here comes the Lady Panthers. Trum with it. Trum dribbles, drives, kicks it left corner, continues to dribble out to the top. Down to 46 seconds to play. Three-pointer, good. Reagan Trum knocks it down. She's got 5. The Lady Wildcats trail 14-6. The basketball will come Oak Ridge. Down the floor comes Samaj Clark. Around to the left side it goes Lindsay Cleveland. Back to Samaj. Wanted to penetrate in. Ayanna for 3. It's going to be way short. Rebound, Powell. Here come the Lady Panthers. Jenna Johnson's in the ballgame now for Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats currently playing with, looks like Demetria Strickland, who's in the ballgame for Oak Ridge. And she might have been the one who took that 3 just a moment ago as Trum works the ball right, kicks the ball back out to number 20. Looks like she wanted to launch at 3 with 6 seconds. Out to the top it goes number 11. That's Barton. They work the ball inside. They lost the ball as the first quarter comes to a close. We played one quarter basketball here at Powell High School. Lady Wildcats trail 14-6. We'll be back to Powell in 60 seconds.
She has ice in her veins.
Alex, just make sure well, I guess no. You'll just have to. That happen?
Yeah, I'll nudge you.
Yeah.
And then I'll Yeah, it's something like that.
So why don't you use the new cameras? Why are you still using that camera? It's just, well, I don't have to mess with make sure that that's the right angle and has the right tension.
David Clary. Right, giving it in for Cannon Green for a shot. Good. Pretty shot there by Cannon. That's her first 2 points of the ball game, and it's a 6-point game. 14-8 the score. Here come the Lady Panthers down the floor. With the basketball will come once again. Number 1, that's Cassidy Hill. She drives in, throws the ball away. Intercepted by Jenna Johnson. And then a reach-in foul is called against number 24 for them, Reese Rowland, a junior guard. That'll be Oak Ridge basketball side court. Lady Wildcats down 14-8. Second quarter just underway, 7:25 to play. Down the floor with the basketball once again will come Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats setting it out to the top. Here goes Lindsay Cleveland. Cleveland throws the ball away. I think she was throwing it to a spot where she thought Cannon would be, goes sailing over her head into the Powell bench, and it'll be Powell basketball in front of their own bench. 7:15 to play, second quarter, district ball game here at Powell High School. 14-8 is our score. Here come the Lady Panthers down the floor. Reagan Trum in the rear court lobs it across the line. Lady Wildcats haven't gotten much out of their press here. Trum being guarded out high, backs up. She can shoot from NBA range at any time. She's just got deadly, deadly range.
Yeah, she really does. I don't know how big her driveway is.
Here she comes driving now. She's going to drive it. Blocked by Jenna. Taken on the floor by Samaj Clark. Samaj picks up the dribble. Dribbles down the floor. Waits for her teammates. Didn't have the numbers. Bounce pass inside Cannon. Cannon kicks it out. Driving right. There's Samaj. Samaj drives. Stops. Kicks it out once again to Johnson. Top of the circle. There's Cannon. Cannon Green for 3. Shot. No good. Rebound. Kicked and a foul called against Oak Ridge. I think it's going to go against Demetria Strickland. It'll be Powell basketball side court. 14-8 is our score. Lady Wildcats settling for the threes. When you don't have a true post player, it is difficult really to get the ball inside. As they work the ball across the line this time. One-on-one, dribbling outside. She didn't want to be pressured. Here's Trum for 3. No good. Rebound, Powell. They kick it out for another 3. Cassidy Hill won't take it. Back to Trum. She will shoot the 3. It's up. It's good. 3-point shot for Trum. You got to stay in her face. I said that about the Hayworth girl for Alcoa, but it's even worse with Trum because she shoots from so far out. Lindsay Cleveland with the basketball. Lady Wildcats look rushed, facing this 2-3 zone. Here it goes. Lindsay Cleveland dribbles right. 17-8 the score. Here's Demetria driving in. Off the glass shot. No good. Rebound. Big battle for it. And they've got it. They've gotten about every rebound. Offensive rebound, defensive rebound. For one, they're taller, and the Lady Wildcats don't have a true post player.
Yeah, they're really struggling. You know, as we've said before, we really need to get Gracie Herron back in the starting lineup. That's another 3-point shot taken by Lady Panthers. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Wildcats.
Jenna Johnson down the floor. Jenna waits for her teammates. Probably should have gone on in. Didn't have the numbers. Here it goes to Porter. Porter to Cleveland. 5:14 to play second quarter on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're also streaming the game live on our YouTube channel. Lady Wildcats Demetria Strickland trapped on the top, gives it outside to Cleveland, wide open. Ayana Porter, boy, they need it. No good. Rebound to the Lady Wildcats, had it, saved by Oak Ridge. Cannon had it, saved by Jenna. Jenna works it in Demetria, she's fouled, and Demetria Strickland will go to the free throw line for the Lady Wildcats. 17-8 is our score. 4:49 to play, second quarter. District 3 action here at Powell High School. Going to the free throw line will go Demetria. Yet to score in the ball game, knocks down the first toss. Demetria really played well the other night at Alcoa.
Oh, she really did, David. I think, was she the leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats? I thought she was. So, just a fantastic game by her.
Hits the first toss, 17-9 the score. Second toss also good. 17-10 as Lady Wildcats will get Demetria out of the ball game. Back in will come Samaj Clark and Emily Lindsay. Zay Stewart in the ball game along with, Cannon Green and Ayana Porter. Their basketball against the pressure. Reagan Trum brings it across for a long three. No good. Rebound Oak Ridge. Stewart with it for the Lady Wildcats. Pushing it up the floor. Lady Wildcats have yet to have numbers. The Wildcats have had to shoot from the outside as Oak Ridge kicks it out to the top, and then there's a steal. Turnover there by Oak Ridge. Taken on the floor once again by Powell. 17-10 the score all the way. Trum shot is no good. Rebound, blocked shot taken away by Porter. Lady Wildcats might have a run out here. Porter coming down the floor. Ayana, bounce pass, left side. Emily Lindsay didn't take the shot. Backs it up once again. Lady Wildcats then turn the ball over. Anna Stewart had it ripped out of her hands, and it remains a 7-point game.
Just an unfortunate turnover there for the Lady Wildcats, David. I've got them with about 7 as a team.
Missed shot there, rebounded again by Oak Ridge. You got to take it all the way down the floor, Ayana. You're the fastest person on the floor. Use your speed. Ball's deflected, and there's a run over and a foul against Reagan Trump. She just flat ran over Ayana Porter for the 4th team foul against Powell. 3:44 to play in a fast-moving first half. 17-10, Lady Wildcats trailing. Oak Ridge basketball. Here it goes to the freshman point guard, to Cannon Green, the junior, to the freshman Zay Stewart, back to the freshman Porter. Porter works the ball to her left, needs to hand it off to Cannon. Wanted to fire a three, did not. Kicks the ball to corner. Ayana for three, no good. Lady Wildcats, Emily Lindsay has her shot blocked. Take it on the floor, and then a reach-in foul. Should have been a jump ball. They're going to call a foul, I believe, against Cannon. They're not going to call anything close in our favor, and that's what you'd expect. We're on the road. We'd hope we get the same treatment in our gym, but that's a reach-in foul, and that is the 15th foul called against Oak Ridge. Here comes Powell across the line, easily across the line. They have gotten absolutely nothing out of their press, Mark. Three-pointer miss, rebound Porter. Lady Wildcats pushing it up the floor to Samaj Clark. Samaj dribbles right, throws up a shot, not a good decision. Missed it. And then a reach-in foul. Like I said, any kind of reaching in, they're going to call a foul against us. And that was the case. Samaj, I think they're so eager to get a wide open look, Mark. Samaj just came down the floor and threw it up from just inside the elbow.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good distance shot. I mean, I don't have a problem with the shot, but she didn't want it ready because it was well short.
Here they come down the floor. They've got numbers. They work the ball inside. They kick it out. Unable to shoot. Here comes Trum. She's backing up. When she backs up, a lot of times she just wants to fire it. Here comes Reagan around to the right side. Cassidy Hill out to the three-point line. Shoots from there. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Zay Stewart pushes it up the floor to Porter. Ayana Porter down the floor. Ayana to the right block. No place to go. And newly stripped of the ball. Comes cross court. Out to go Samaj for three. No good. One and done, but a great deflection and rebound by Ayana Porter. Porter drives to the hole. Shoots. No good. Again, no good. Ayana's got the rebound again. There's Samaj. She shoots a three. It's up short. Over the back came the Lady Panthers, but they didn't call it. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Zay Stewart dribbles, drives, reverse layup, no good. Tips it down to Cassidy Hill. Lady Wildcats cannot shoot at all. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats, this should have been a foul, and he finally does call it. It's an up and down affair here at Powell High School. Lady Wildcats down 7. 17-10 our score. 2:01 to play. While I have the moment, I'd like to say hello to Tommy Lee, who's normally here at these ball games watching our Lady Wildcats and guys. He had a slight little ATV accident this past weekend. We hope he's feeling better, and we hope to see you out at the gym here pretty soon. Oak Ridge ball, 2 minutes to play first half, trailing by 7. Zay Stewart with it, kicks the ball back out to Lindsey Cleveland. Lady Wildcats have played a lot of players in this one. Free throw line jumper by Samaj, no good. Good rebound, Emily Lindsey, good, and she's fouled. Emily Lindsey comes up with a big putback bucket, has an opportunity to go to the free throw line to try to convert the three-point play. Lady Wildcats down 17-12. Lots of players coming in and out of the game for Oak Ridge today. Just about everybody who is dressed out has played. Emily to the free throw line, tosses up, no good, but a rebound by Oak Ridge had it. Kicked out, they say, by Powell. Looked like it was last touched by Reese Rowland. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball, side front court. 17-12, a 5-point Lady Panther lead against the 2-3 zone again. Here comes Oak Ridge picking up their dribble. Here comes Zay Stewart, free throw line jumper. They call a charge. Player control foul against Zayana Stewart, and that'll be the 18th foul. Player control foul, be their basketball. Lady Wildcats about to get Cannon Green back in the ballgame. They're not putting the fouls up on the scoreboard. How many fouls now is that for Zayana?
I have that with her first foul, Dave. They didn't have the team fouls. That's the team's 7th foul.
5-point game. Lady Wildcats trailing. Here comes Powell. Working the ball against the press. Reagan Trum with it. Lobs it across the line. A little bit too strong with the pass. They trap. They work the ball inside. Here's a steal momentarily, and it is by Oak Ridge. Coming down the floor. Demetria Strickland. Oh, what a fake. She missed the shot, though. Didn't come up with it. Great play, though, and then another steal by the quick-handed Lady Wildcats. 1 minute to play here in the first half. 17-12 the score. Oak Ridge basketball. Lindsey Cleveland. Cannon Green. Left side dribbling. Out it goes Demetria to Lindsey Cleveland. Back to the top to Samaj Clark facing the 2-3 zone. Demetria drives in, penetrates the paint, kicks it corner. Boy, they need this three. It's on its way. No good. Trum on the rebound. That's an offensive foul, and she called it. Offensive foul against Reagan Trum. That'll be her second personal foul. 4 minutes. Actually, 44 seconds to play here. Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Lady Wildcats, Cannon Green got to take advantage of every opportunity. Cannon works it in, then it comes Samaj. Top of the circle. Works the ball left side to Lindsey Cleveland. 17-12, the Lady Wildcats trailing. They've trailed the entire way after the three-point shot initially was hit by Oak Ridge's Porter. Turnover, Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats give it up at the midcourt line. Driving down the floor will come the Lady Panthers. Out to the top it goes to number 11. She launches one. That's an air ball. Too quick. 22 seconds to play. I think they probably wanted to go for the final shot. Lindsey Cleveland off the glass shot and rushed it. Had a good look at it. Couldn't get it to go. Here comes the Lady Panthers. Coast to coast. Nice sweep of the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Lindsey Cleveland. 10.5 seconds to play first half. Here comes Ayanna Porter. Here comes Jenna Johnson. Demetria Strickland. Emily Lindsey coming out of the game now. It'll be Powell to work the ball in. It'll be Aiden Smith. From the baseline, looks to Trum, fires it in. They work it in for a shot, one-handed off the shot, the last, no good. Rebounded Oak Ridge. Ayanna Porter, coast to coast, dribbling, driving, goes inside to Cleveland with one. They're not going to get a shot off. They do, finally. Ayanna probably should have taken that shot. She wasn't really aware how much time was left, Mark, as the first half comes to a close. 17-12 our score. Mark, your thoughts?
It's a good comeback. I mean, the Lady Panthers really had the momentum there, throughout the entire first quarter. But Lady Wildcats, especially their defense really causing problems for the Lady Panthers and getting a lot of turnovers off of that and getting some points off it as well. So great job by the Lady Wildcats staying in the game and turning up their defense so that it turns into offense. The Lady Wildcats lead at the end of the first half, 17-12.
Tonight's broadcast is being sponsored in part by Neek and Ange, bigger than basketball. The Ange part is for former Lady Wildcat Angela Phillips Wright, who played for Oak Ridge from 1999 to 2003. Angela scored over 1,000 points in her career as a point guard and ranks third all-time in assists in Oak Ridge High School history. The Neek part is for her husband, former professional basketball player Dominic James Wright. Dominic played at Marquette University, and for 10 years he was an overseas professional basketball player. We thank them for their support of our broadcast and their commitment to developing local athletes on and off the court. Thank you again for your support. We're going to take a break here. We are live at Powell High School. Halftime score, Lady Wildcats in a 17-12 game, trailing the Panthers. We'll be back on FM 92.7 in 3 minutes. How are you doing? Welcome back once again to Powell High School. We're at halftime. The Lady Wildcats are trailing by a score of 17-12. Here coming up on the 18th of December, the Lady Wildcats will be traveling out to Phoenix, Arizona. We will find out on Saturday the bracket and who they'll be playing in the first round. They won't announce that until this Saturday, but we do know they play on the 18th, which I believe is a Saturday. They're off on Sunday. Then they'll play Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And then after Christmas, they'll be going up to the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic up in Greenville. Before Christmas, the guys will be playing in the Loudon Christmas tournament. And I was looking at the bracket here, Mark. I know you're going to read the stats here in a second, but their very first game is at 10 o'clock in the morning on December the 21st. They're taking on Granger County. That's okay. Granger County is a good, solid basketball program. The next day, December the 2nd, 10 a.m. again. Guess who they're playing? Remember that Concord Christian team we played at Concord? They'll be playing them at the Loudon High School gym. It's a lot better than playing in that other gym.
Yeah, it is, and I do remember that game. You know, I tried to use therapy to get over it, but I don't think it worked very well. Look at the stats for the first half. Lady Wildcats, as we said, lead 17. Actually, they trail 17-12 over the Lady, or to the Lady Panthers of Powell. I'll get it straight here in a minute. Leading scorer for Lady Wildcats is, let's see, Samaj Clark. She has 3. Ayanna Porter has 3 as well. Samaj Clark is 1 of 8 from the field. Ayanna Porter is 1 of 7 from the field. With 2 points is Demetria Strickland. She came off the bench to add those 2 points. She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And rounding out the scoring, Cannon Green has 2 points for Lady Wildcats. She was, 1 of 3 from the field. And also scoring for the Lady Wildcats was Emily Lindsay. She added 2 points late in the second quarter. She was 1 of 2 from the field. So as a team, the Lady Wildcats were 4 of 27 from the field. They were 2 of 12 in twos. They were 2 of 15 in threes, and they were 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Looking at the Lady Panthers of Powell, they're led in scoring by Reagan Trum. No big surprise there. She has 8 points for the Lady Panthers. She's 2 of 5 from three-point land. With 4 points is Cassidy Hill. She's 2 of 6 from the field. 3 points added by Cassie Sakla. She's 1 of 1 from three-point land. Addison Smith has added 2 points. She's 1 of 1 from two-point land. And that rounds out the scoring for the Lady Panthers. As a team, the Lady Panthers are 6 of 22 from the field. They're 3 of 13 in twos. They're 3 of 9 in threes. And they're 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Lady Wildcats, as we said, trailed at the end of the first quarter 14-6. But as I said, David, Lady Wildcats really got the momentum back in the second quarter. They actually outscored the Lady Panthers 6-3. So they only gave up 3 points to the Lady Panthers in the second quarter, and it's primarily due to their defense. And that's how they trail at half. They cut the lead down to 5 at the half. They trailed 17-12.
Once again, the Oak Ridge High School basketball program is creating Christmas memories. With your support, the Oak Ridge High School boys and girls basketball teams will take children that have been selected by the District Family Resource Center on a special Christmas shopping trip. The goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible on December the 12th. Please either drop donations at Oak Ridge High School, checks only, made out to Oak Ridge Basketball Boosters, or mail them to Post Office Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee 37831. Or you can contact Coach Aaron Green at area code 423-595-1829 for more information. We are at halftime of this ball game. The Lady Wildcats trail Powell 17-12. We'll be back to Powell High School with the start of the second half of this District 3 ball game following this 60-second timeout. Welcome back once again to Powell High School. Lady Wildcats get a turnover initially from the Lady Panthers. Set up their offense here as we're underway. Lady Wildcats down by 5. Wildcats shoot about a 15-footer, hits the rim, no good. Good rebound by Ayana Porter, backs it up once again. Here it goes over to the top to Ayana, sets it up to the right. We've had trouble, Mark, the entire game against their zone.
Yeah, we have, David. You know, it's really kind of what we said earlier is that the defense really kind of helped them out in the second quarter there. They didn't let Powell set up in their offense.
Lady Wildcat basketball, here it goes. Samaj Clark dribbles in, gives it out. Cannon Green, boy, they need this three-pointer. It's up, no good. Rebound to the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge doing a better job on the boards, at least here in the initial part of the second half. They still trail by 5 with the basketball. Fans not too happy about it on the other side of the floor. Here comes Ayana Porter with it out to Samaj Clark. 2-3 zone being applied. Samaj dribbles in, penetrates, kicks it out to Hart, over to Cannon. Cannon Green with the basketball. Back to Lauren, dribbles in, penetrates, back to the top it goes Samaj. Cannot shoot, Cannon. They've got Ayana wide open. She's going to shoot a 3. It's up. No good. Rebound to Powell. Lady Panther basketball. Trum with it. Down the floor with it. I'm looking for the roster here. They work the ball across the midcourt line. Setting it inside. Driving in. There should be a held ball. He's going to call a foul. Should be a held ball. Mark, should that be a held ball?
Oh, it definitely should, David. I mean, she was the Lady Wildcats were looking right at the ref, as she was holding the ball. So really surprised. The referee really bailed Powell out on that one.
It'll be the Lady Panthers with the basketball underneath their goal. 17-12 the score. Trying to work it in. Then it comes to Cassidy Hill. Hill guarded by Cannon. Dribbles right. Throws up a shot. Good. Cassidy Hill scores. And down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Trailing again by 7. 19-12 the score. With the basketball will come Ayana Porter to Samaj Clark. Works the ball down the right side. Dribbling in. Here's a shot block. Cannon took it. Blocked. Taken away by Cassie. She works the ball down the floor. It's a 7-point game. Outside the three-point line once again. Wildcats down 19-12. They lob it down low, and there's a steal by Emily Lindsay. Down the floor with the basketball. Wildcats throw the ball away. The Wildcats are putting more pressure on in the rear court, but the Lady Wildcats are in such a hurry to get a wide open look that just
all down the court. They threw it to Cannon Green, who just was I think she was just turning and running down the court, so it kind of hit her in the back of the head and went out of bounds.
Once again, it'll be the Lady Panthers dribbling right, kicking it out to the corner, wide open 3, no good. Rebound Powell. They'll set it up once again. Out it goes to the corner for a shot, which is up. Good. 3-point shot by the Lady Panthers. And down the floor, Coach Taylor wants a timeout. 22-12 our score. We'll be back to Powell High School following this 30-second timeout. Welcome back once again to FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com. We're also streaming this game on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel. Wildcats down by 10, yet to score here in the second half. Coming out with Cannon Green, Ayana Porter, Samaj Clark, Lauren Hart, along with one other player, Emily Lindsay. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Lauren Hart with the basketball. Works the ball right. Wildcats need to find some athleticism to get inside this zone, penetrate, then kick it out to these good shooters. And they've got to knock down shots, too, as well, Mark.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's unfortunate that the momentum that they had in the second quarter just kind of went away again.
Really nice move there by Ayana, but she couldn't finish the shot. Down by 10, here comes Powell with it. Trum for 3, it's wide open. Good. 3-point shot by Reagan Trum. Like we've said, you cannot leave her open, and it's 25-12.
You cannot, as it looks like Oak Ridge is trying to get Jenna Johnson back in the game to get a little height on there for the Lady Wildcats.
Here comes Oak Ridge setting out. Lauren Hart with it over to Porter. Porter lobs it over to Green. Cannon backs it up. Samaj, nope, for 3. It's way off the mark. No good. Good rebounding for Emily Lindsay. Shot, no good. she is fouled by the Lady Panthers. And with 4:21 to play in the third quarter, it is 25-12. Lady Wildcats trailing, struggling for offense, Mark, against this 2-3 zone. And I think, obviously, Powell, very well-coached team by John Fisher, has seen in film that the Lady Wildcats are better when they drive and penetrate, and to force them to shoot from the outside could be their Achilles heel. Although these girls can shoot, they're young for the most part, and they rushed it a little bit.
Yeah, they have. But, as you said earlier, David, the Lady Wildcats actually doing a good job rebounding considering how much outsized they are down there.
She made one of the two. Lauren Hart thought about shooting a three. Will not. Lady Wildcats Lindsay Cleveland came down with that offensive board. 25-13 the score. Oak Ridge basketball. 2-3 zone. Here it goes out to Hart. Lauren cut off there, works the ball to the right, hands it off to Lindsay Cleveland. Cross court to Green. Back it goes to Ayana. Free throw line jumper is no good. Ayana just can't find her stroke from the outside. In the previous ball game, she didn't really miss anything, but tonight having a little bit more difficulty. Here's Reagan Trum driving in all the way to the baseline, kicks the ball and throws it away. Tried to do too much. Taken on the floor by Porter. Porter dribbles in, coast to coast, works the ball back around to the top, and then Trum has the ball knocked out of bounds. Trum is a very physical player.
Oh, she
is. Very,
is.
very physical.
Yeah, I noticed on that last drive down there, David, that she was going on the baseline. She kind of was trying to hook the defender with her, kind of bar arm there that she has clearing out the way.
Ayana with the basketball. Coming out of the ball game, I guess, is Lindsay Cleveland. Holds it, gives it off to Jenna. Jenna Johnson with it. Freshman kicks it out for a three. Demetria missed it. Lady Wildcats, I don't know what their percentage is from the outside. Mark, you can help me there, but they have missed a ton of outside shots and have gotten nothing off their press. They have no transition buckets off their defense.
No, not in the second half. They did in the first half, but at the end of the first half, they were 2 of 15 from three-point land.
Here's a shot missed, rebounded by Cassidy Hill, out to the top, number 5, free throw line. Works the ball inside. Oh, nice reach in. There's a jump ball. Should have called one earlier, and wow, with attitude. Cassidy throws it back to the official. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. They're a rough team, and they really kind of have to be.
Yeah, they are. They've always been scrappy. They play hard, and you got to be ready for Powell anytime you come over here to play the Lady Panthers.
Oak Ridge basketball. Lindsay Cleveland dribbles it off her foot. Not the Lady Wildcats night here, Mark. 2:48 to play third quarter, and I've always said that this gym in particular is maybe one of the hardest places to come and play. The closeness of the bleachers to the floor, and it's a very intimidating place, especially when you got really good basketball team too, and Powell has a really good girls team.
Yeah, and their fans are very passionate about their team, David, as they should be, because they're a lot of fun to watch.
Here comes the Lady Panthers outside the line, number 10. Almost a steal there. Lady Wildcats working hard on defense. Powell's just shot lights out here. Lady Wildcats have not. Here's a three. It's no good. Got to get this rebound. There's an overback. Going to go against Cassidy Hill. That'll be the second team foul called against the Lady Panthers. Oak Ridge down 12. Mark?
I think they did not even actually call a foul, David. I think they said that the ball hit the structure, so.
I mentioned that Neek Plus Ange, Bigger Than Basketball, is sponsoring our broadcast here today from Powell High School on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. The Neek is Dominique James Wright. The Ange is Angela Phillips Wright, who played for the Lady Wildcats, scored over 1,000 points. They're going to be conducting basketball camps ages 6 to 11. The spaces are limited. December the 28th and 29th from 10:30 to noon at the Oak Ridge Civic Center. You can register right now for $75. You can text or call 865-242-8816. Once again, that number, 865-242-8816, to be a part of the winter camp experience put on by Neek and Ange, Bigger Than Basketball. Remember, this is for players 6 to 11. It'll be December the 28th and 29th at the Oak Ridge Civic Center. You've got Angela played basketball, big-time college balls, signed with Kentucky. Ended up, I believe, Indiana State, I believe. And Neek played professional basketball and at Marquette. Really, really good teachers, and we'll hope you'll be a part of their camp. We're underway once again. The Lady Wildcats have the basketball. Here they go with a little 10-footer. No good. I wish Lauren actually had taken the shot. She got the ball underneath the goal on a nice feed, then kicked the ball back out, but weren't able to score. Then down the floor, blocked by Jenna Johnson out of bounds. That's what Jenna can do. She can get up there and swat down shots just like she did.
Yeah, she's got a great wingspan, David. I mean, she got nice long arms, and just Cassidy Hill thought she was just going to take that one to the rack, and Jenna Johnson came over and just denied it. Great job.
25-13 the score. Here's Trum with a shot, no good. Rebounded by Lindsey Cleveland. Minute 55 to play third quarter. 25-13 the score. Oak Ridge just trying to find some offense here. Oak Ridge basketball. Lauren Hart, Lindsey Cleveland. Into Lauren it goes. Kicks the ball back out again. Cannon dribbles in. Free throw line jumper is no good. Lady Wildcats, what is their percentage, Mark? It has got to be absolutely horrendous.
Well, they were 4 of 27 from the field in the first half, David.
Trum just dribbled it off her foot, out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 90 seconds to play third quarter, 25-13. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. My name is David Clary, along with Mark Case, Alex Baraxa, Tyler Morris, Drew Thomas, and Brian Bennett back at the station. 25-13 is our score, minute 25 to play. Lindsey Cleveland inside is Samaj, goes inside to Jenna, three-footer is good. That is how you do. You penetrate in, kick it to somebody open, and Lady Wildcats get a bucket. Nice play.
It really was. That's Jenna Johnson's first 2 points of the ball game, David, as Oak Ridge trails by 10, 25-15.
Cassidy Hill is trapped, nearly lost the ball. It is stolen away by Oak Ridge, and a late whistle. Late whistle comes in after the ball had already been stolen. Late whistle there, Mark.
Yeah, he was not in a good position. That particular referee was not in a good position to make that call.
And it'll be their basketball side court. Physical ball game here. Fun to watch here. Lady Wildcats, be more fun if they could find some offense here as they work the ball with 57 seconds to play in the third period. 25-15 the score. Fans trying to encourage the Lady Wildcats here. Reagan Trum dribbling outside the line. Got a screen. Stops. Picks up her dribble. Goes back door. Shot is up. Good. Nice play. The Lady Panthers get the ball inside to Cassie. And with 36 seconds to play, it's 27-15. Here comes Oak Ridge with the basketball. Wildcats need offense. Here goes Jenna Johnson.
Nice.
Lindsey Cleveland, three-pointer, plants, guns, shoots, scores. Lindsey Cleveland for three. Great play. She was kind of positioned in the corner there, Mark, and she just knocked down a pretty shot.
Yeah, did exactly what you've been saying, David. Lady Wildcats penetrated. They got into the lane there and then kicked it out for the open three.
Another foul called against Oak Ridge. It's going to be the team's third. They don't put the fouls up on the board, so I have to rely on Mark here. And you know what that means.
That's sad.
27-18 the score. Lady Wildcats trailing as the Panthers have the basketball. They'll have the basketball first in the fourth quarter. We're down to 9 seconds. Their basketball. Out it goes. Trum with it with 5, with 4, with 3. Got a screen. Dribbles in. No good. Slams into the wall as the third quarter comes to a close. Lady Wildcats are still in striking distance, but it's close. 27-18 our score. We'll be back to Powell in 60 seconds. He says my mic is cutting out. It's probably the cord. That's why I'm keeping it stationary there. Yes, it is. Welcome back once again to Powell High School, the fourth and final quarter about set. Here in the girls' game, brought to you by Neek and Plus Ange, bigger than basketball. As the Lady Panthers have the lead, 27-18, Powell with the basketball. Oak Ridge comes out with Lindsay Cleveland, along with, looks like Demetria Strickland, as Powell loses the ball out of bounds. They say it's deflected by Samaj Clark. Oak Ridge also has Jenna Johnson. So the Lady Wildcats currently with 3 freshmen, 1 junior, and 1 senior on the floor right now. Lady Wildcats down 27-18. This is a district game, Mark, so it's big.
Yeah, and I like this lineup, David. I think we've been very successful with this lineup as Powell penetrates up. No good. Rebound by the Lady Wildcats.
Here comes Ayanna Porter down the floor, coast to coast. Gives it in to Oak Ridge's Cleveland. Out to Samaj, around wide open. Porter for 3. No good. Lady Wildcats just cannot find their range from three-point range. Down the floor with the basketball will come Powell once again. 27-18 the score. Reagan Trum with the basketball, dribbles in. Midawak turns the ball off to the right. Saved on the floor by number 20. 27-18, Lady Panther basketball. Wearing their all-white jerseys with orange trim. Powell basketball playing a little keep away right now. Lady Wildcats have kind of turned up the pressure just a bit as Trum drives in against Cleveland. Wanted to go all the way in. Does. Throws up a shot. Good. 29-18 the score. Down the floor once again will come Oak Ridge. With it across the line, Ayanna Porter. Against the 2-3 zone, they work the ball right side to Samaj Clark to Cleveland. Cleveland in the corner, back to Ayanna. Ayanna comes off to the right, gives it off to Demetrius and to Jenna. Jenna kicks it out to Samaj, drives the baseline. She's held and fouled. Personal foul is going to go against number 20, I do believe. I believe that is Alana Schroeder. That'll be her 4th personal foul. They'll substitute back in the ball game. Will come, looks like Barton comes in. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Now Powell calls a timeout. I want to remind everybody once again about creating Christmas memories. With your support, the Oak Ridge High School boys and girls basketball teams will take children that have been selected by the District Family Resource Center on a special Christmas shopping trip. The goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible on December the 12th. Please either drop donations at Oak Ridge High School, checks only, made out to Oak Ridge High School basketball boosters, or mail them to Post Office Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee 37831. That's a great thing. We talk about this every year. It's a great thing that the program does to get these children a chance to have maybe a better Christmas.
Yeah, it really does, David. And as I said, before, it really teaches our players to give back to their community. I mean, you see that at the college level so much. So that's a great thing that Coach Green has brought to this community.
Lady Wildcat basketball down 29-18. Oak Ridge ball. Lauren Hart in the left corner will not take the shot from there. Backs it up to Ayanna Porter. For the most part, the game's been pretty well officiated. Ayanna from the free throw line, no good. And they're going to call a reach-in foul either against Hart. One of the Lady Wildcats reaches in. Ayanna, in the first 2 ball games of the year, really hadn't missed anything tonight. And she was sick all last week and really was sick Thursday night at Alcoa. Just cannot find her shot tonight.
Yeah, she seems a little, shooters have to shoot, and that's what she's doing tonight. Unfortunately, they're just not falling for her like they have in previous games.
Powell with the basketball momentarily, almost threw the ball away. 29-18 they lead. Here's Cassidy Hill at the free throw line. No place to go. Backs it up to Barton. Back to Hill. They've got they definitely have a height advantage for sure over the Lady Wildcats. And Oak Ridge might have the quickness advantage. As Cassidy drives in, there's an offensive foul called against Cassidy Hill. She used her forearm to clear out Zay Stewart, and that's a player control foul. 3rd team foul called against the Panthers. 5:43 to play in the ball game. Lady Wildcats 2-0 coming into this game. Powell comes in at 4-0. 29-18 they lead. Low scoring. I don't remember the last time a Lady Wildcat team only scored 18 points. They've got more time to get on the board here as Oak Ridge works it over to Porter. Porter, top of the circle, swings it over to her right to Samaj Clark, who comes in the cannon, top of the circle. Trying to attack this zone. Here goes to Samaj. Won't shoot. Works the ball top of the circle to Demetria Strickland. Lady Wildcats don't have a whole lot of time. Got to get some points Here comes Ayana. Her shot is going to be short again. Battles and grabs her own rebounds. Tracks it down in the corner. Back to Green it goes. Out to Samaj. Samaj cannot penetrate in. Now does. Shoots short. Rebound, Powell. Lady Panther basketball. Then Oak Ridge steals it. And then Oak Ridge gets a bucket. No good. Rebounded by Stewart. Back up for the shot. Good. Zay Stewart just kept battling on the boards there, and it's a 9-point game.
I got good news and bad news, David. The good news is the Lady Wildcats are consistent in the scoring. The bad news is it's 6 points every quarter.
29-20 the score. Lady Panther basketball. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats have an opportunity for a layup. Zay Stewart, coast to coast, goes in for the shot. No good. They call a charge. Either she cleared out, definitely was not set. Mark, what can you say?
There's no way that she was set. I mean, and if we were in college, they'd have the little ring down there, and she was definitely inside the ring, but obviously that's not a high school rule.
We typically, like I said, it's a different association that officiates the ball games here at Powell, and he just missed that one. I'm not saying he's biased. I mean, he just missed it. Three-pointers up, no good. Rebound at Oak Ridge. 4 minutes to play. The Lady Wildcats down 9. Here's Demetria, coast to coast. Has her shot blocked by Trum. Taken on the floor by the Lady Panthers. 4:05 to play. They just have so much height, so much length, and the Lady Wildcats have struggled with that.
Yeah, they have, David, but, the Lady Wildcats, and, they're fast, too. But I tell you what, David, I've noticed that the Lady Wildcats are doing a great job keeping the Powell Lady Panthers out of the paint on their offense.
Unfortunately, they're great three-point shooters, though, as the Lady Panthers work their offense and work time off the clock. Holding the ball, they need a little help. There's a reach-in foul called against Demetria Strickland. And I believe Coach Taylor wants a timeout. 3:37 to play in the ball game. Powell 29, Oak Ridge 20. Back in 60 seconds.
She wasn't even set. How is that even remotely a charge?
It's not.
It definitely was not a charge. Yeah. It is now, yeah. Exactly. David Clary back here along with Mark Hayes, Tyler Morris, Alex Waraxa. Drew Thomas is doing camera work down below for us. Our next broadcast will be this coming Friday. The Wildcats take on Central at the Wildcat Arena. Then Saturday, the Wildcats traveling down to McMinn County for a ball game. We'll have on FM 92.7. Powell in the lead by 9, 29-20. I'd love to see the percentage. And, we're going to play them again in January, and an opportunity for the Lady Wildcats to get better and a little bit more comfortable. You got to remember, and I'm not making excuses, but for the most part, we're playing a pretty young team, and this is a very hard place to play. And you think their shooting percentages will be better when they're more comfortable, as a timeout is asked for by Powell. It's a good timeout right there because the Lady Wildcats had picked up the pressure. I want to remind everybody once again that our individual game sponsor tonight is Neek plus Ange, bigger than basketball. The Ange part is former Lady Wildcat Angela Phillips Wright, who played for Oak Ridge from 1999 to 2003. Angela scored over 1,000 points in her career as a point guard and ranks third on the all-time assist list at Oak Ridge High School. The Neek part of Neek plus Ange is for her husband, former professional basketball player Dominic James Wright. Dominic played at Marquette in his college days and played 10 years of professional basketball overseas. We thank them for their support of our broadcast and their commitment to developing local athletes on and off the court. Thank you again for your support. I was hoping that Angela would be here so we could talk about the good old days when she was playing, but she's got a daughter playing basketball and she's coaching her, and they couldn't come tonight. So pretty good excuse, I guess. So I told her we'll catch up some other time.
Yeah, it would be great to talk to them. Between her and her husband, I'm sure they have a wealth of basketball knowledge.
Lady Wildcats down 29-20. Got to stop Cassidy Hill, and she is stopped as she gets popped in the face. Ball goes out of bounds. They say last touched by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats down 9. Only 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Need stops, need points. Lady Wildcats haven't been able to score as Trum is trapped, and she's fouled, I believe, by Samaj Clark. 2:57 to play. That is the 7th team foul. And they want Reagan Trum at the line because not only can she shoot from the outside, although she doesn't look as sharp as we've seen her in the past, she definitely can shoot the free throws, typically doesn't miss, especially against us. This is a rematch of the district championship ball game the last couple of years. Her sister was a fine player. Both, Reagan's going to play college ball, and her sister is already playing college ball. I've forgotten honestly where it is, and I apologize for that. 10-point Powell lead, 30-20. Trying to break a losing streak of 6 straight games to the Lady Wildcats and trying to beat Oak Ridge for the 18th time ever. That'll be tied with Campbell County for the most wins ever against an Oak Ridge team. Ridge throws the ball away. Wildcats are going to get Lindsey Cleveland back in the game. Just not Oak Ridge's night tonight. Give all the credit in the world to Powell. They came out ready to play. Their game plan was very, very sound by Coach Fisher. The 2-3 zone really stymied the Lady Wildcat offense, and right now, as a steal by Oak Ridge, Wildcats could have a layup here, but Yana pulls up at the free throw line, missed a shot. Jenna Battles can't get it. Saved by Oak Ridge, though. Here's Lindsey Cleveland into Johnson. Kicks it out. They need this 3. She shoots it. No good. Crashing the boards. Cannon Green has it, but can't save it in. But give all the credit in the world for Powell. They just outplayed Oak Ridge tonight.
Yeah, they really have, David. And, as I said, they've kept the Lady Wildcats to 6 points each quarter. 2:20 remaining in this. We've only scored 2 points in the fourth quarter.
Here's a near steal by Oak Ridge at the midcourt line on deflection, and indeed a steal. The Wildcats need this layup. Lindsey Cleveland to the hole. Good. Count it. And she's fouled. And we almost could get a technical foul if number 10, the senior, doesn't quit running her mouth to the official, and she's going to have to come out of the ballgame. I love the passion in which these Lady Panthers play.
Yeah, they really do, David. As Lindsey Cleveland, with that bucket, she now has, 5 points. With the free throw, she has 6 points in the ballgame.
And Oak Ridge is down 31-23. Still time to go, as long as there's time on the clock. And here's a near steal, a jump ball, alternate possession arrow. Lady Wildcats will get it. Minute 59 to play in the ballgame. Oak Ridge down 31-23. Lady Wildcats playing with Ayana Porter, Cannon Green, Jenna Johnson, along with Samaj Clark, Lauren Hart. Here's a 3. It's up, no good. Needed a quick shot, just won't fall. Lady Wildcats just could not find their stroke. Here come the Lady Panthers down the floor. All the way down the floor, Cassidy Hill backs it up. Wow, they shoot a 3. They don't need it. They miss it. I don't think Coach Fisher wanted that shot. Jenna Johnson on the rebound for Oak Ridge. Jenna, Ayana. Ayana dribbles. Ayana drives, shoots. No good. On the rebound, Cassidy Hill. Cassidy Hill trapped to the midcourt line, struggling. Fires a pass. Timeout asked for again by Powell. Minute 23 to play in the ballgame. The Lady Panthers lead it 31-23. We'll take a break. We'll send it to Brian Bennett. Back in 60 seconds. Where's our athletic director tonight? We are back here. We appreciate all of our sponsors for Oak Ridge High School basketball on the radio, on our Prep Radio channel on YouTube, on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We appreciate our individual game sponsors as well. And if you'd like to, here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats down the floor. Lindsay Cleveland to the hole. No good. On the rebound, should have been over the back, but Oak Ridge is going to get the ball. Minute 10 to play. Oak Ridge, you got to give them credit for their fight here. Getting some turnovers finally on that trapping press.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, these turnovers are exactly what the Lady Wildcats need, but David, just watching them unable to convert on the points is just kind of painful to watch here.
Cannon's going to work the ball in, and it comes top of the circle, Ayanna Porter or Demetria Strickland. I thought was in the ball game. Here's Lauren for three. No good. Tracked down on a deflection by Ayanna Porter. Under a minute to play. Oak Ridge down 31-23. Samaj Clark wants to shoot a long three. It's up. No good. Jenna Johnson on the rebound. Lost the dribble. Saved by Samaj. 48 seconds to play. We need threes. Ayanna stripped to the ball. 31-23. Down to 42 seconds to play. Ayanna is fouled. Stops the clock with 39.8 seconds to play in the ball game. 31-23, and that'll be the fifth foul on that young lady.
That's Schroed, I believe. Elena Schroed fouls out with 39.8 seconds remaining in the ball game, David.
Oak Ridge basketball as they try to work the ball in. Another foul is going to be called against Powell. No time off the clock. Thank you, Mr. Clock Keeper. It'll be the Lady Wildcats with it underneath the goal with exactly 39.8 seconds to play. Kenna Green to work it in. Bounce pass comes in. Jenna Johnson takes it strong for the shot. No good. Draws the foul. And Jenna Johnson, the freshman, will go to the free throw line. Jenna did not play in the McMinn County game. Got her first playing time against Alcoa on Thursday. Has a little elbow issue. She still has kind of a band on her right elbow. Shoots free throws. The Robertsville freshman knocks down the toss, and that's 3 points for her. Lady Wildcats down 31-24. Jenna Johnson back to the line. Only 36 seconds on the clock. Second toss, good. Lady Panther basketball. Trying to work the ball in. Against the pressure, they work it in. Number 10 with it. Across the way. 32 seconds. Lady Wildcats got a foul. Got to go get her. Trum is trapped, and they're going to call the foul with 26 seconds. You got to know, really, when somebody other than number 3 gets the ball mark, to foul that person.
Oh, yeah, they should have fouled before Trum even got the ball, David. That's just, but, we have a lot of freshmen out there. They'll learn from that.
Of course they will, and they'll be coached up the next time. 31-25 the score. Trum shoots. Good. Lady Wildcats 26 seconds away from their first district loss after 21 consecutive victories in the district. Last team to beat them, Powell. No surprise there. Shot is up, and it's good. 33-25 the score. Time on the clock. Still have time to win. Let's see. Get some points here. Samaj, three-pointer, partially rejected. Taken away by the Lady Panthers with Trum coming down the floor. Lobs it across the way. Panthers come cross-court with 11 seconds, and I don't think Oak Ridge is going to foul. Lady Wildcats will continue to play defense. Now Ayanna does commit the foul. I see Coach Taylor looking at Ayanna and say, we don't need it to foul right there. So congratulations to the Lady Panthers. They're going to beat Oak Ridge and go 1-0 in the district. The Lady Wildcats will fall to 0-1. And as I said, it's 21 straight district games that the Lady Wildcats have won, dating back 3 years to a Powell loss. And congratulations to them. It'll be the 18th time they've beaten Oak Ridge in school history. That shot is missed, but 5 with 4 with 3, and the final score is posted on the board. The Lady Panthers knock off the Lady Wildcats by a final score of 34-25. We've had a lot of these low-scoring games with them. Great defensive effort by the Lady Panthers. Lady Wildcats did not shoot the ball well, and we'll talk to Coach Taylor about that. Playing in this gym for the first time, a lot of these freshmen could be, and tonight, we saw a young team just struggle to shoot the basketball.
Yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit more, David, but they scored, Lady Wildcats scored 6 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second quarter, 6 points in the third quarter, and they broke out of the slump in the fourth quarter, scoring 7.
Final score of the ball game, Powell wins it 34-25. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett at the station. When we come back, we'll probably be speaking to the head coach of the Lady Wildcats. She always gets up here fast. Coach Paige Taylor. We'll be back with her, well, following this 2-minute timeout.
I would leave it out for a little bit, at least until after.
What was the final score? Use another card, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure there is one somewhere. We're waiting to speak to the head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats, Coach Paige Taylor. 12 minutes away from the boys' game. While I have a moment, once again, I remind everybody tonight's individual game broadcast. We have had community people kind of sponsor ball games. It kind of helps. We've got a trip to Phoenix coming up in about 10 days or so, and we need a little extra money, so we have individual game sponsors for those games. And of course, the boys will be playing in Nashville later. They'll be playing Louisville Male High School in their first round from CPA. But tonight's broadcast is being sponsored in part by Neek Plus Ange, bigger than basketball. The Ange part is for former Lady Wildcat Angela Phillips Wright, who played for Oak Ridge from 1999 to 2003. Angela scored over 1,000 points in her career as a point guard and ranks third on the all-time assist leadership board at Oak Ridge High School. The Neek part of Neek Plus Ange is for her husband, former professional basketball player and college player at Marquette, Dominic James Wright. Played 10 years of overseas professional basketball. We thank them for their support of our broadcast and their commitment to developing local athletes on and off the court. And we thank you once again for helping with our broadcast here tonight. They will be having a winter camp experience coming up on December the 28th and 29th from 10:30 a.m. to noon at the Oak Ridge Civic Center for players ages 6 to 11. Spaces are limited. This will be Dominic Wright and Angela Phillips Wright. You can register now for $75 by texting or calling 865-242-8816. This will be at the Oak Ridge Civic Center. If you want your kids 6 to 11 to have great instruction, Angela, I've known Angela since she was a freshman at Oak Ridge High School, signed with the University of Kentucky, played Division I basketball, and obviously her husband Dominic played professional ball for 10 years. If you want your kids to get better, Neek Plus Ange, bigger than basketball, the winter camp experience is where you need to have your kids. Once again, that number for $75, and that's a great price. You can text or call at 865-242-8816. Mark has completed the stats while we wait for Coach Taylor. Mark, why don't you run down the final game statistics?
was 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Start again there, Mark.
Okay, starting again. Lindsay Cleveland led the Lady Wildcats with 6 points. She was 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Jenna Johnson had 4. She was 1 of 1 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. With 3 points tonight, Ayanna Porter, 1 of 16 from the field. She was 1 of 8 from three-point land, 0 of 8 from two-point land, David. So big story there. Also with 3 points, Samaj Clark, well under her average. She was 1 of 14 from the field. Also with 3 points, Emily Lindsay, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. With 2 points was Demetria Strickland. She was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Zayana Stewart also with 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field. And then rounding out the scoring, Cannon Green had 2 points. She was 1 of 6 from the field. So as a team, the Lady Wildcats were 8 of 55 from the field. They were 5 of 29 from two-point land, 3 of 26 from three-point land, and 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Now looking at the scoring for the Lady Panthers, they were led in scoring by Reagan Trum, no surprise. She finished with 17 points. She was 4 of 13 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Cassidy Hill added 7 for the Lady Panthers. She was 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 5 points by Cassie Sackla. 1 of 2 from two-point land, 1 of 2 from three-point land. 2 points added by Addison Smith. She was 1 of 2 from the field. And then Elena Schroed, she fouled out with 39.8 seconds remaining in the ball game. She finished with 3 points. She was 1 of 4 from the field. So as a team, Lady Panthers were 11 of 36 from the field. Breaking it down, there were 6 of 22 from two-point land, 5 of 14 in threes, and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. As I said earlier, Lady Wildcats trailed at the end of the first quarter, 14-6. Then they outscored the Lady Panthers 6-3 in the second quarter to cut the lead to 5 as they trailed 17-12 at the half. In the third quarter, Lady Panthers opened it up on the Lady Wildcats, outscoring the Lady Wildcats 10-6, where they took a 27-18 lead into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, both teams scoring 7 points. As we get to a final, Oak Ridge loses tonight to the Lady Panthers by a final score of 35-20, or rather 34-25. David?
While we wait for Coach Taylor to join us here, the reason sometimes our mics are not on, I'll tell you this right now, I'll try to explain it. Anytime there is music being played in any gym, whether we're playing it or not, YouTube will have a copyright infringement and place a hold on our broadcast on YouTube. So anytime, that's why we try to turn the mics off anytime there's music playing in the gym. And sometimes Mark and I are not the youngest people in the world, and sometimes we forget to turn our mics back on. But that's the reason why sometimes our mics are not on. I just thought I'd explain that. Oak Ridge comes in at 3-0 on the year. Powell comes in at 1-4, and we're just a few minutes away from the boys' game, the Wildcats' first district game as well. The Wildcats will be playing the Panthers, who potentially have their full roster back after winning the state football championship on Friday. During the absence of the football players, the Panthers are 1-4, as I mentioned, and have lost 4 straight games since opening up this season with a win over the William Blount Governors. Their losses have come to Scott County, CAK, Clinton, and Jefferson County. The Wildcats are 3-0 with victories over McMinn County, Volunteer, and Alcoa. Last season, Oak Ridge beat Powell 65-56 here at Powell and 86-60 at the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge has won 6 in a row in the series, dating back to the 2018 District 3 championship game won by Powell. Oak Ridge leads the series 60 wins to 16 losses since 1947. Coach Aaron Green is 23-8 all-time against the Powell Panthers. This is the first of 3 games this week. Oak Ridge will host Central on Friday and then complete the season series with McMinn County on Saturday. Oak Ridge beat McMinn County back on November the 18th, 77-58. We will broadcast the McMinn County County game on FM 92.7 and the Central games on prepradio.com and Channel 15 only. Tonight's individual sponsor for tonight's game, as I mentioned, is Neek plus Ange Bigger Than Basketball. We'd also like to thank all of our sponsors and patrons for the continued support of our broadcast. Our sponsors include Laura Lynn Green with State Farm, Ortho Tennessee, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Mortgage Investors Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Mike Kelly, who's here tonight, with Betsy Coleman Realty, and the Fox Insurance Group. Our patrons this year, and these are the people who have sponsored or will be sponsoring individual games for us. Rochelle Osborne Brown, she sponsored the Alcoa game. Terry Lee, along with Mike and Jeff Henderson, Scott McMahon, Becky Hayes, Ronnie and Becky Hayes, Jerry Williams with Trinity Home Care, Jack Campbell, Robert Melton with Milestone Church, Kathleen Stevens, and the Kesterson family. We thank them all for their support tonight, and we've got Oak Ridge and Powell coming up here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. Looks like we will not get a chance to speak with Coach Taylor until perhaps halftime of the boys' game, because she has yet to make her way out of the dressing room. As I look around the gym, I hesitate to take a break, because as soon as I do, she'll pop in. Lady Wildcats defeated tonight. The boys junior varsity wins tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, probably the tip-off of tonight's game, Oak Ridge and Powell, and we'll be back to Powell High School in 2 minutes. Your memories of it. I think I'm going to say it anyway, because I know he's listening. Welcome back once again to Powell High School here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're about to have probably the national anthem. We didn't have that the first of the game, and the starting lineups getting ready for this one on this Pearl Harbor Day, the 80th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. I was hoping Mike Sheehan would be here, Mark, so we could get his remembrances of the Pearl Harbor attack 80 years ago.
Yeah, that would be entertaining, David. There's no doubt about that. Assuming his memory can go back that far.
Hey, we are going to have the national anthem, so I'm going to send it back to Brian. We'll be back to Powell High School in 2 minutes.
Case back here at Powell High School, where we're getting set for the boys varsity game. As the starting lineups are being introduced, we'll go over them for you. They'll come out with number 2 for Powell, Austin Hurd, followed by number 4, Eli Walls. Also number 13, Caleb Walker. Number 22, Aiden Green. And number 24, Bryce Jardret. Starting for the Oak Ridge Wildcats, they'll come out with number 1, Darren Osborne, followed by number 2, Lucas Searcy. Number 4, Caden Updegraff, along with his brother, number 10, Jamison Updegraff. And then rounding out the starters will be number 11, Kel Slater.
And we're about to get set here from Powell High School. Thanks for tuning us in wherever you might be on FM 92.7 or prepradio.com or on our YouTube channel. Darren Osborne to jump for the Wildcats. Ball is easily controlled by Powell, maybe too far. It's tracked down in the rear court. I noticed that Aiden Green is back with him. He is a receiver off of the football team, so they've got, it looks like they're really fine player off the football field. Let's see how kind of off he is. Not too off as he knocks down, or actually Eli Walls knocks down the first shot of the game, and the Wildcats trail 2-0. Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. With it will come Lucas Searcy. Searcy holds the ball, gives it out to Jamison Updegraff. Jamison to Lucas. Lewis thought about a 3. At the left elbow, throws the ball, intending it for Darren Osborne. Pass is intercepted. Taken on the floor by Powell. They work the ball left side. Number 22, that's Aiden Green. Works the ball in for I thought was going to be a shot. Did not take it. Kicks the ball around to the top. Here's a 3 on its way. It's up, no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge's Jamison Updegraff. Jamison down the middle part of the floor. Dribbles right. Gives it over to Kel Slater. Kel dribbles in. No place to go except to Jamison, who launches a 3. It's partially rejected. Lucas has the rebound. Back up with it. No good. Tip, no good. Take it on the floor. Knocked out of bounds momentarily by Caden Updegraff. Down the floor comes number 22. The ball goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Oak Ridge. I think it honestly was last touch by Powell. And the Panther fans erupt. I didn't see it that way, but we don't have a great angle. It'll be Powell basketball. To work the ball in, Aiden Green. They work the ball into Eli Walls for the shot. No good. They've got the rebound. Now they're going to drive in with Walls. Walls pulls up, gives it off on the left side to Jardette, and then a whistle blows, and a foul is going to be called. Personal foul is going to go against the Wildcats, Darren Osborne. And
Jamison Updegraff.
Okay, Jamison number 10, not number 1. It'll be their basketball underneath the go. 6:37 to play. I'm having to hold my mic differently than I normally do, and that's an issue. As they work the ball with Eli Walls, outside the three-point line, they shoot a 3. That's no good. Way off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Updegraff. Jamison. Kel Slater dribbles to the hole, takes it strong, and scores. First 2 points of the game for the Wildcats, and it's 2-2. Here they come down the floor against the press. Here it goes to Bryce Jardette for 3, no good. Rebound tracked down by Darren Osborne. Throws the ball out to Lucas Searcy, to Kel Slater. Kel dribbles, drives, takes it to the hole. Good, count it, and he's fouled. Personal foul will go against Powell, and that'll send Kel Slater to the free throw line. Wildcats have their first lead. 4-2 our score as Brennan Scott comes into the ball game and Caden Updegraff checks out.
Great play that time by Kel, David, as he just took the ball right to the bucket and picks up a foul on number 13, Caleb Walker. Free throws up and good.
5-2 Oak Ridge, 6:08 to play first quarter. Here come the Panthers moving right to left as we broadcast here at Powell High School. Friday night, the Wildcats home against Central. As the pressure by Oak Ridge in the rear court. They're going to get the ball finally across the line. Here it goes to Green. Green drives in, blocked shot. Taken on the floor by Powell, then lost out of bounds. Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats coming back the other way. 5:53 to play here in the first period. Oak Ridge on top, 5-2. Wildcats playing currently, let's see, with Jamison Updegraff, Brennan Scott, Darren Osborne, Lucas Searcy, along with Kel Slater. Lucas outside the three-point line finds Darren free around to Kel. Kel thought about penetrating a reach in, no foul. Dribbles in, takes it strong, puts it up and scores. Kel Slater's got all 7 of the Wildcat points with 5:33 to play here in the first quarter. Oak Ridge's pressure causing difficulty. Double dribble called. against Caleb Walker, and Oak Ridge will get the basketball. And I don't believe Coach Barnes too happy with that call. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball just to the side of the Powell bench. 7-2 Wildcats. In it comes Kel Slater. Kel pulls up, three-pointer up, good for two. Two-point shot, one step across the line. He's got all 9 of the Wildcat points. Here comes Powell down the floor. Here comes Walls. Walls throws the ball off the fingertips of Oak Ridge's Darren Osborne out of bounds. 5:15 to play, first quarter, 9-2 our score. It'll be Powell with the basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be Green. He throws it back in the rear court. Tracked down by number 13, Caleb Walker. Walker at the midcourt circle. Gets a screen. Works the ball to his right. Picked up by Lucas Searcy. He swings the ball to his left side to Jardette. Back to the top it goes to Green. Green holds the ball. Dribbles in. Penetrates. Goes to the hole. Lost it. Saved. And did they get a shot? Up. Good. Austin Hurd scores, and it's 9-4. Breaking a long run. Brennan Scott for three. Good! Three-point shot. Brennan Scott, his first three of the night. 12-4 Wildcats. 4:45 to play first quarter. Here come the Panthers down the floor. Caleb Walker in the paint. Drives in for the shot. Count it! And he's fouled. Up and down the floor we go. 4:39 to play. They have an opportunity for a three-point play. Personal foul called against the Wildcats as Darren Osborne is whistled for the foul. Looks like Grayson Strader is checking in for the first time for Oak Ridge. The Wildcats have Caden Updegraff back in along with Brennan Scott, Kel Slater, Lucas Searcy. To the free throw line will go Caleb Walker one time. 12-6 our score, Oak Ridge in the lead. 4:39 to play first quarter. The toss is good. Completes the three-point play, and down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Kel Slater kicks it out to Grayson Strader. Works the ball. That's a charge. Used his back end to clear out, and that'll be an offensive player control foul against Oak Ridge. 12-7 our score, 4:33 to play first quarter. Up and down the floor we go.
It really is an exciting game, and I think that's going to play into the advantage of the Wildcats because they're so quick up and down the floor, David.
Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Defensively, here's a deflection near steal. Saved on the floor by number 11 in the ballgame, D. Kennebrew. He works the ball right side to Walker. Walker kicks it out. Long three. Clang off the iron. No good. Rebound, though, tracked down by Powell. They drive in. Here's the shot. It's on its way. It's good. Made good by Jardette, I believe it is. Here's Oak Ridge's Lucas Searcy dribbling in. Lucas hand check, no call. Going to drive right, no place to go. Looks to his left, finds Grayson into Caden. Caden turning, spinning, driving, shooting. Good. Caden up the graph. Off the glass, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Stopping play for a moment. 3:57 to play first quarter, 14-9 Oak Ridge. Wildcats in the lead first quarter here at Powell. District 3 action here on FM 92.7. Here's the inbounds. And it comes to number 11. That's Kennebrew. Kennebrew driving down the floor against Strader, against Lucas. That's a charge. Out of control. Nicely set up by Lucas Searcy. And the player control foul gives the ball back over to Oak Ridge.
That'll be a foul against Austin Hurd, David. That'll be his first, team second of the first half.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, up by 5. 14-9 the score. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to play in the first period. Senior point guard Kel Slater across the time stripe. Around a screen, gives it out. Brennan Scott for three. On target. Rims out, no good. Tracked down by Powell. Coming out of there with the basketball. An outlet to Kennebrew. Ball shot is good. Thought it was going to be locked for a second, but he got it off the glass. Back to a three-point game. The Wildcats down the floor. Here it goes to Slater once again. Kel with it. Dribbling out the top of the circle. Dribbling in. Going in for the shot. Over it goes to Scott. Brennan Scott. Lucas for three. Partially rejected, out of bounds. Should be Oak Ridge's basketball. It was deflected. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats will get it underneath the goal. The underneath the goal official thought it was an air ball. It'll be Oak Ridge ball. 3:13 to play. That time the officials got together and got it right. Grayson Strader to work the ball in. Looks, fires it in. Caden Updegraff. Caden, top of the circle, got a screen from Darren Osborne. Dribbles to the right elbow, gives it out to Brennan. Fakes a three, dribbles in, Little 8-footer, no good. Rebound, Powell. Coming out of there, Caleb Walker. Walker down the floor. Dribbles out, kicks it out to number 4, Eli Wall. Shot, rims out, no good. Caden up the graph for Oak Ridge with the rebound. Pushes it up the floor to Kel Slater. Kel, Darren Osborne along the baseline. Turns, spins, drives off the glass. Shot, no good. Crashing for the rebound and crashing into the Powell Panther was Grayson Strader, and that'll be a personal foul called against him.
For Strader, that'll be his second, David, team fourth. So, he did not start tonight, but already with 2 fouls in the first quarter.
Eli Walls will come out of the ball game in the game. Another junior player as they work the ball in, and it comes to Aiden Green. Green accelerates, brings the ball across the time stripe, stops in the corner, slings it inside for a shot, rims out, no good, tipped up, no good, rebounded to Oak Ridge. With the basketball, Grayson Strader. Wildcats by 3, 14-11 the score, 2:27 to play first period. With the basketball, Grayson Strader dribbles right, Caden with it. The Wildcats pull up and shoot a 3, good rotation, missed the shot. Wildcats not really patient trying to get the ball inside.
Now they need to kind of work it around, David, as they like the fast pace. As Powell goes in, no good, rebounded by the Wildcat.
Back the other way we go. Here it comes once again up to graph. Caden had his brother Jamison free, and they're going to call an offensive player control foul. I know, Mark. I know.
That was assisted by the Powell Panther, who bumped him into the other Powell Panther.
Like I said, I know. It'll be a personal foul against Oak Ridge. The foul discrepancy, 5-2. 14-11 the score, 2:02 to play here in the first quarter. Up and down the floor we go. With the basketball, number 22, Aiden Green. Holds the ball, gives it out to the top of the circle to Caleb Walker. Walker dribbling with Brennan Scott defending him. He looks to his right and fires it over once again to Green. Green dribbles, thought about driving, will not, lobs it left side. Off it goes to Bryce Jardette, spelled Jardret. He's at the free throw line, he shoots from there. It's good. Made good by Eli Walls, senior player, and just like that, we've got a 1-point game. 14-13 Oak Ridge. Jamison up to graph for 3, no good. Lady Wildcats could not hit anything in their ball game, and so far the Wildcats from the outside are not. Here's a shot, partially rejected, and a foul called against Oak Ridge. Wildcats have got to quit settling for the threes. These guys can shoot. We know Oak Ridge can shoot the basketball. As that foul is going to be called against Jamison. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 6 called against Oak Ridge. That'll send Powell to the free throw line twice. They can retake the lead, or actually take the lead. Free throw is good, ties it. 14-14 the score, 1:21 to play here in the first period. He's got 3. Wildcats substitute Jamison out. Wildcats have Lucas Searcy, Caden up the graph, Brennan Scott, Darren Osborne, Kel Slater in the ballgame. Kel did all the scoring early on. Free throw's good, and Powell leads. They've come all the way back to take the lead 15-14. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Got to get the ball back in the hands of Kel, I guess, to get other people wide open. Here's Darren Osborne. Had a baseline drive, no place to go. Backs it over to Kel. Kel Slater in the left corner. Brings the ball to the free throw line. The elbow shot, partially rejected. Saved by Caden. Knocked out of bounds off of Powell. It'll be Oak Ridge's basketball. Once again, they had to get together to get it right. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball side midcourt. But they did get it right. Good play. The officials are already perspiring big time. It has been hardly any stoppage of play here in the first quarter. Wildcat basketball. Brennan Scott with it right side. Kel Slater dribbles the baseline, has the drive, can't get the shot off, works the ball very aggressively into Lucas Searcy for the shot. Good. Lucas Searcy scores, and for Lucas, that's his first 2 points, and Oak Ridge has the lead. 16-15 the score, 44 seconds to play in the first period. With the basketball, Caleb Walker for the Panthers. Out to the right, it goes to Walls. Walls swings the ball to Kennebrew. Kennebrew out to number 24, shoots, no good. Rebound, Kel Slater. Wildcats on a 3-on-3. Kel at the point, dribbles, drives, shoots, off the glass, shot, good. What a shot. What a play. What a drive. 11 points for Kel. Oak Ridge by 3, 18-15 the score. 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. What an exciting first period.
Yeah, it's been the Kel Slater show so far. He's got 11 of the Oak Ridge 18 points.
Here they come driving in. Oh, that's a walk. Oh, my gosh. They miss the walk and call the foul. They miss the walk, call the foul. At the free throw line, number 2, Austin Hurd.
Powell slipping a little money on the table.
5.6 seconds to play. Oak Ridge by 3. 18-15. We've got 2 shots. That's the 7th foul. The foul discrepancy, 7-2. Toss good. 2-point game. 18-16 the score. Back to the free throw line. Austin Hurd. Shot is up. Good. Oak Ridge by 1. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Kell in. Blocking foul called against the Powell Panthers with 0.1 second to play here in the first quarter, and that'll send Oak Ridge's senior point guard, Kell Slater, to the free throw line. He'll have 2 shots. 0.1 second. He's got 11. 11 of Oak Ridge's 18. 1 of 1. 2 of 2. From the line, Oak Ridge back up by 2. 19-17 the score. Oak Ridge will get the ball first in the second quarter. Kell back to the line. Shot, good. As the first quarter comes to a close with Oak Ridge in the lead, 20-17. That's your score. Let's take a break. We'll send it off to Brian Bennett. We're live at Powell High School. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Yes, Powell's paying.
17, 13, 15, 20.
Welcome back once again to Powell High School. We've played 1 quarter of the boys' game. Kind of what we expected, up and down the floor, the style that Coach Green likes to play. I think the Wildcat depth, hopefully, as Mark said earlier, might come into play. The pace has been to our liking.
Yeah, it has been, and the Wildcats really taking advantage of it as they have a 3-point lead going into the beginning of the second quarter.
20-17 is that score. The Wildcats come out in the second period with Kell Slater, Caden Updegraff, Darren Osborne, Jamison Updegraff playing with 2 fouls, and Lucas Searcy, original starting 5. Oak Ridge ball. Caden, 5-second count is on. There it is. Nobody really came out to help him. I mean, he needed to get rid of the ball, but nobody really came up to help him.
Yeah, but he also had his dribble left, David. He could have gotten out of that.
That's true. 7:45 to play here in the first half, 20-17. Oak Ridge has led most of the way. Powell has had 1 lead by 1. Panther basketball. They'll almost get a steal. If they shoot a 3, it's up, no good. They're struggling from the outside, but they pull down the board. Pulled down by Caleb Walker, and he sets it inside to Kennebrew. Kennebrew in the paint, shot is short. Wildcats have 4 gray shirts there for the rebound, and one of the 4 got it. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Kell Slater dribbling, driving. Lucas Searcy, 3-point shot, no good. Lucas can't find his stroke. Down the floor will come Powell, all the way coast to coast. Shot is up. Blocking foul called against Jamison. And if that's the case, that'll be his 3rd personal foul. 8th team foul called against the Wildcats. To the free throw line will go Aiden Green. Trying to convert a 3-point play. He's got 2. Standout receiver on their football team, fresh off a state championship. He'll go to the free throw line. 20-19 the score, 7:08 to play first half. Lefty puts it up there, no good. Rebound, Caden Updegraff. Caden down the floor. They've got Eli Walls back in the ball game. There's a foul called against Powell. Caleb Walker is going to be whistled for just a little bit too aggressive against Oak Ridge. It'll be Wildcats with the basketball side court as once again Dee Kennebrew will come into the ball game. Wildcats playing with Caden Updegraft along with Kel Slater, Darren Osborne, Brennan Scott, and Lucas Searcy. 20-19 Oak Ridge, 7 minutes to play first half. Oak Ridge ball. Caden to Kel. Big battle going on inside with Darren Osborne. He's back to the goal, wants to shoot, does. It's fouled. Good play there by Oak Ridge as the Wildcats will shoot free throws with Darren Osborne. Foul's going to be called against number 22, Aiden Green.
For taking Aiden Green gets his first foul of the ball game, David, as Darren Osborne will go to the line for the first time tonight. He has 0 points. First attempt is up, and it's good.
21-19 the score, 6:49 to play first half. Wildcats in the lead. Back to the free throw line. Senior Darren Osborne, fresh off the football field. Toss good. Nice little rotation there. The Wildcat lead is 3 once again. 22-19 the score. Oak Ridge putting on full court pressure and trying to trap in the rear court. They get the ball in, and it comes to Aiden Green. Guarded by Kel Handcheck there and fouled. Too aggressive that time was Kel Slater. He went past him, and Kel picks up his first foul. We're on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio, streaming this game live. We're also on FM 92.7. The Wildcats will be hosting Central on Friday. Saturday night, the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats traveling back to McMinn County. 22-19 the score. Free throws up and good. Made good by Green. Makes it a 2-point game once again. 22-20 the score. 6:43 to play first half. He's got 3 points in the game, 1 of 2 from the line. Lefty puts it up there a little strong. Hits the back part of the backboard. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball as it hit the kind of the metal and area that kind of holds it up and pulls it up to the ceiling.
I think they called that the structure, David.
I've said that before, but I was just trying to be a little bit more creative as Oak Ridge throws the ball away. He's not as sharp as we saw him against Alcoa. It's always tough. I've said this for years. This is perhaps, I think, the toughest place. Now, Clinton's always been kind of tough, but this is the toughest place to play in our district, I think.
Yeah, anytime that the fans are right on top of you, like Powell, like Clinton, it's a really tough place to play.
Oak Ridge fans wanted to walk, but it's going to be a charge right there. It's set up nicely by Oak Ridge. Eli Walls ran right in to the Wildcat. Oak Ridge maintaining the lead here, 22-20 the score. 5:22 to play here in the first half. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Drew Thomas doing camera work for us down below. Alex Barax is up here, fresh off of his 2 meals before the ball game, along with Tyler Morris doing our scoreboard work for us. Mark doing the stats. Brian Bennett back at the station. We're in the second quarter. Oak Ridge on top in this district game, 22-20. Lucas Searcy in the left corner, trying to get some rhythm with his shot. Swings it over to Kel. Kel triple team. No place to go except to the hole. And off the glass he goes. 2 more points for Kel Slater. 15 points in the game. I think you had him with 30 against Alcoa. Officially, I think they had him with 28 as there's another hand check foul called against Brennan Scott, and that'll be the 10th team foul called. Nothing. Your stats are usually right, but I think they had him officially with 28. He's well on his way to 30 tonight, though, as a foul indeed called against Brennan. And for Brennan, that'll be his...
For Brennan, that's his first foul, David. Team 10th.
Yeah, and that'll send Powell to the line. Free throw is up, good. Bryce hits the first toss. He'll have another one. 24-21, Oak Ridge by 3. 5:52 to play second quarter, I'm sorry. Free throw's good. Back to a 2-point game. Down the floor, Oak Ridge. Kel Slater with it across the line. Kel swings the ball to Lucas Searcy. To the corner it goes to Grayson Strader. He's hailed and fouled by the Powell Panthers. Now Powell doesn't like the officiating as Bryce picks up the foul. That'll be his first foul, team foul number 7, so it's 1 in the bonus. To the free throw line will go Grayson Strader. Grayson yet to score in the ball game. He'll go to the free throw line. What is Grayson shooting from the line as he gets to the 1 in the bonus here? Here's the 1. No bonus as the rebound's pulled down by the Panthers. 24-22 the score. Here comes Powell. Aiden Green, coast to coast. Layup good, tied. 24-24 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge back the other way with the basketball. Kel Slater, 5:28 to play Three-pointer on its way. On target, up and good. Three-point shot, Kel Slater. Oak Ridge back by 3. 27-24 the score. 5:17 to play in the second period. They shoot a 3. It's good. Three-point bomb by Aiden Green, and we're tied again. 27-27 the score, and Oak Ridge throws away the inbounds. 5:08 to play, and Oak Ridge will substitute. Looks like Bryson Comer in the ball game for the first time, and Darren Osborne is going to check out. The Wildcats are without Brandon Hayward tonight. He is on the bench, but will not see action. Powell will work the ball in. It'll be D. Kennebrew to work it in, and it comes to, I'll let you pronounce this young man's name. I should have gotten it, but on the scorer's table, it's spelled Dalcin. That's his first name. As Aiden Green drives in, layup good, count it, and he's fouled. Number one's last name is Nishimwe. Powell by 2, 29-27 the score. The Panthers substituting Jake Smith in the ball game. Who's checking out? Number 1 takes a seat here, gets a nice glad handshake from Gary Barnes, the head coach. Lefty puts it up there, good. Made good by Aiden Green. The Wildcats are down by 3 here. 30-27 the score in what has been an exciting game. We've got to get somebody else besides Kell involved as Comer drives in. Goes up for the shot, no good. Draws the foul. Now Comer will go to the free throw line. Bryson Comer, 6'3" junior. I don't believe in the first 3 ball games he has scored. Really hadn't played much. Maybe in the McMinn County ball game. He'll go to the free throw line. First shot, good. Wildcats down 2, 30-28, 4:45 to play second quarter. Out of the game comes Aiden Green. He doesn't look too rusty, Mark, right off the leading receiver for their football team. Bryson's second shot, good. 30-29. The Wildcats down a point. 4:43 to play here in the first half. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Panthers. They'll work it in for a shot blocked by Oak Ridge. Saved by Smith. They get a wide open 3 off. No good. Great box out by Comer. Kennebrew has the ball stolen out of his hands, though, by Oak Ridge's Kel Slater. Kel blows past Jake, and then he's fouled by everybody. But every white shirt on the floor got a piece of Kel Slater. And that'll be the 9th team foul called against Powell, at least on the scoreboard at 9. And Kel will go to the free throw line. Oak Ridge down a point. 30-29, 4:23 to play first half, and what has been a very entertaining ball game. We've almost had as many points scored in the first half as we saw in the entire girls game. Free throw missed, though, by Kell. Wildcats still down a point, 30-29, 4:19 to play second quarter. Down the floor of the basketball, Eli Walls. Walls thought about shooting a 3, kicks it over to Jake Smith. Back to Walls. Picked up by Brendan Scott. Lows past him, goes in for the shot, and there's another foul against Oak Ridge. A lot of slapping, a lot of reaching being called against the Wildcats, and that's going to send Powell to the free throw line. 30-29 the score. Mark, who is the foul on?
That foul will be on Kel Slater. That'll even be his second, actually 12th of the first half for the Wildcats. So 12 fouls to 9.
Shot is up good. Powell by 2, 31-29. Caden Brightheart is in the ball game. Brennan Scott is out. Wildcats have Lucas Searcy, Caden Updegraff, Darren Osborne, Kel Slater in. 31-29 Panthers. 4:08 to play second period. Toss, in and out, no good. Like an overback foul should have been called, not. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats throw the ball away. Coming down the floor. Oh, boy. I'm not so sure about that. I thought we touched it, but we'll take it. Wildcats will get the basketball underneath the goal. Lucas Searcy will work the ball in. Coach Green's got his jacket off. Bounce pass goes in and out of bounds. Wildcats try to get somebody cutting in, but turned the ball over. The closest man to it was our camera guy, Drew Thomas, down on the floor. Oak Ridge trails by 2. 31-29 the score. 3:58 to play first half. Here come the Wildcats back on defense, playing with Caden Updegraff, Caden Brightheart, along with Kel Slater. As they get a shot off, no good. It's ugly. Rebound, Powell. Kennebrew then lost it. Saved on the floor by Powell, then taken away by Oak Ridge. Wildcats had numbers. Caden didn't see it down the floor. He comes out of there with a basketball, though. Caden harassed and going to be fouled in the rear court by number 24 once again. That'll be his second personal foul. It'll be the 10th team foul. A lot of fouls in this one. Double bonus for both teams.
Yeah, a lot of them called, too.
31-29 the score. To the free throw line, Caden Updegraff. What's Caden done?
Caden has 2 points, David. This will be his first attempt from the free throw line. Shot is up, and it is good.
31-30 Powell. 3:35 to play. We're in the second quarter. A game you're listening to live on FM 92.7, prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15, sponsored in part by Neat Plus Sands, bigger than basketball. Second toss. This is short. Rebounded for a moment by Brightheart. Saved on the floor by Powell. Panthers maintain the lead by 1. 31-30 the score in the first district game for both teams. With the basketball will come the Panthers. That's number 12, Jake Smith with it. Works the ball over to the right side to Smith. Back at the top of the circle. Guarded aggressively by Caden Updegraff to Austin Hurd. Hurd guarded by Darren Osborne. Looks to a bounce pass. Baseline jumper is up. In and out. No good. Lucas Searcy of Oak Ridge on the rebound. Lucas pushes it up the floor. The Wildcats can retake the lead. Lucas to the hole. Good. Lucas Searcy off the glass. And Oak Ridge leads 32-31. Here comes Powell down the floor. With it, Eli Walls right in front of the Oak Ridge bench. Trapped, lost it. Darren Osborne steals it. Darren Osborne of Oak Ridge. The Wildcats. Lucas Searcy. One dribble. Off the glass shot. No good. Blocked. Rebounded again by Brightheart. Brightheart turns. Kicks it out to Kell. And the Wildcats reset. Elbow shot. No good. Rebound. Brightheart commits the personal foul. Caden Brightheart of Oak Ridge commits the 13th team foul. Oak Ridge by 1, 32-31, 2:38 to play. We're in the second period. To the free throw line, the Panthers. Austin Hurd. I was going to say the Lady Panthers. They beat Oak Ridge tonight.
He has 4 points in the ball game, David. He's 2 of 2 from the free throw line as the Wildcats lead narrowly 32-31.
Free throw is good. 32-32 the score. Caleb Walker back in the ball game for Powell. Wildcats have Grayson Strader coming back in, and Caden Brightheart checks out. 32-32 the score, 2:38 to play, second period. Austin Hurd back to the free throw line. He's a senior for these Panthers. He's a right-handed shooter, and he knocks down the toss. Oak Ridge down a point. 33-32 the score. Here comes Kell down the floor. Grayson Strader's in the left corner. In the right corner, Lucas Searcy. The bounce pass goes inside to Darren Osborne. They say he pushed off to get position, or maybe hooked. Either way, it's a foul against Oak Ridge. Player control foul. We'll give the ball to the Powell Panthers.
14th foul called on the Wildcats now, David. So quite a track meet in the foul department.
Wildcats down 1, 33-32, 2:23 to play in the second period. With the basketball will come number 24. Swings the ball over to Hurd. Hurd holds it, gives it up to number 24 to Jake Smith. Back to the top. They'll drive the free throw line, drive in, block shot. Foul called against Austin Hurd. Back the other way we go. We're about to have 2 free throws shot. This is a foul fist for sure. It is a physical game. It is up and down the floor. I think the lead official, larger gentleman, I don't think he wants to do as much running. He's kind of slowing the pace down.
Yeah, that's one way to take control of the game, David.
To the free throw line will go Grayson Strader 2 times. Oak Ridge down a point. 33-32, Oak Ridge down. 10 points in the game, or no points in the game. Grayson knocks down the toss. He's 1 of 2 from the line. Oak Ridge ties the game 33-33 the score. 2:08 to play first half. I think Coach Paige Taylor will be joining me at halftime. She's up here. Second toss, too strong, no good. Rebounded Powell. Coming down with it, Bryce Gardrett. Works the ball across the line to Walls. Eli Walls holds it, gives it over to Kennebrew. Kennebrew to the corner. Jake Smith for 3. No good. Kell Slater on the rebound. Kell right down the middle of the floor. Kell waits for his teammates, gives it out to Lucas. Lucas drives in. No place to go except his Strader to Caden Updegraff for 3. Good! 3-point shot for Caden. And the Wildcats retake the lead by 3. 6 points in the game for Updegraff. 36-33 the score. His brother Jamison on the bench with foul trouble. 90 seconds to play. They work the ball to Smith, to Kennebrew. Kennebrew drive, stop, blocked by Darren Osborne, but he steps out of bounds. Can't take away from the great play there by Darren Osborne on the block.
Exactly, David. They had a 2-on-1. They had the advantage, and Darren Osborne was not going to be denied. He blocked the shot.
To work the ball in, D. Kennebrew works it into Walls. Here's his shot. It's up, too strong, no good. Rebound, Caden up the graph. Oak Ridge by 3, 36-33. Lucas to the hole, drives, stops, shoots, good. Lucas Searcy will shoot a free throw. A minute 12 to play in the first half. 38-33, Oak Ridge by 5. Lucas Searcy, the Wildcats have come from 3 down to take the lead by 5. Might be their biggest lead of the night.
Yes, and number 13, Caleb Walker picks up his 3rd foul, David. Team 12th as Lucas Searcy goes to the line now with 4 points. This would be, or rather 6 points. First attempt from the line, no good.
Almost rebounded by Caden Updegraff, but not. Minute 8 to play, first half, 38-33. Powell trailing Oak Ridge here at the Powell High School gym. Number 24 with it. Works the ball to Nishwinmi. Works the ball to Jake Smith. Out to the top. That's not very nice. He worked the ball inside. Elbow shot. Clang off the iron. No good. Tracked down by Kel Slater. The Wildcats should have a layup. Might have a dunk. It's just a layup. Darren Osborne hits the shot. Oak Ridge by 7. That's his 4th point. 40 seconds to play first half. Here come the Panthers down the floor. Kennebrew dribbles, drives, kicks it into Smith. Shot is good. They score with Jake Smith off the glass. His first 2. Back the other way, Oak Ridge. 28 seconds to play first half. 40-35, and the Wildcats will slow the pace down. 5-point advantage for the Wildcats. I'll be speaking to Coach Paige Taylor at halftime. We'll also have Mark stats of the boys and the girls game. 40-35, our score down to 13 seconds. They stay back on defense. The Wildcats playing for the final shot. Grayson Strader holds the ball, top of the circle to Darren Osborne. Nikhil blows past his defender, pulls up, takes an 8-footer, no good. Draws the foul from Eli Walls with 1.4 second to play in the first half in a 40-35 game with Oak Ridge in the lead. Kel Slater 2 times. 18 points in the first half. 19 points in the first half for Kel Slater, and a 6-point advantage for the Wildcats. 4 of 5 from the free throw line is the senior point. Shot good. 42-35, 1 second. Mid-court shot, no good, off the wall as the first half comes to a close. 42-35 our score. Let's get Coach Taylor in here real quick. In this game, sponsored tonight by Neek plus Ange, bigger than basketball. Let's get Coach Taylor in here. Coach, our individual sponsor tonight is Neek plus Ange, bigger than basketball. I think you know those two.
I do.
Angela Phillips, the former Lady Wildcat, and her husband, Dominic James Wright, and they're sponsoring our ball game today. Coach, thanks for coming up here. You could have gone on home here after your ball game. Tough loss for your team. Poor shooting night. 2-3 zone applied by Powell all night, and you just had some difficulty, especially first half, just trying to solve it. I thought you did a better job in the second half, penetrating, getting inside, kicking it out for some better shots, but in that first half, you really struggled.
We did. We talked about, we've got to get to the paint, but at the end of the day, we were getting shot. We were getting open looks. Like, it wasn't like we were struggling. They weren't denying shots. They weren't denying things. We were missing shots. And, we talked at halftime about we've got to attack more. And if shots aren't falling, you gotta drive. But even on our drives in the first half, we were just throwing up layups. We weren't shooting layups. We were throwing up, trying to avoid. I don't know if we thought we were going to get fouled, avoiding contact, whatever it was. It to me, and I told the girls this after the game, this game we got a lot of growth that we've got ahead of us, and this is a game we did not play well at all, and this is certainly a game that we can grow from. But missing shots and missing layups and missing free throws, you make a few shots and it's a totally different basketball game, even as bad as we played.
I've said this many times. This is a hard place to play anyway. This team was very physical. I remember something you told me about those first 3 scrimmages, how physical those teams were and fundamentally sound. Powell's a rough basketball team. They don't mind being physical, and your younger girls, for sure, I don't think are quite at that level yet. It actually seems to shock them when they get pushed around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that too. Like, there's a big jump from middle school basketball to high school basketball as far as the physicality of it. And, and we talked about Powell. We talked about how physical they are, how mouthy they are, and how you got to get in there and battle, and you got to keep your composure. I think there might have been some timidness, a little bit, nerves. I don't know what you want to call it. We're going to see that with young girl. You're going to see it anytime you've got young players. And I'd rather see it this point in the season than in February or March. That's what we're preparing for. And so work that stuff out now and be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean,
down the stretch.
It is a district ball game, but it's just your first district ball game. You got a lot of basketball to be played, so the sky is not falling because of this loss.
Right. No, and that's what I told the girls. I said, I don't want to lose. I'm certainly not happy with this loss. We couldn't have played worse, I don't think. But I'm certainly not going to sit here and hang my hat on losing to Powell, at this point in the season, knowing how much better we really are than what we showed. We're better than what we played. We've got a whole season ahead of us, and we got to work at it. There were some good things, the fight, the trying to come back and getting after it defensively, but we've got to put together, we got to practice the way we want to play. And right now we're not practicing at the pace, at the speed, at the intensity level that we're trying to play at.
You're at home Friday against Central, back to McMinn County to close out that series on Saturday. McMinn County was a tough team. You got to win in that one. Scored a lot of points, but the next one up is Central on Friday.
Mm-hmm. And Central's winning basketball games. They've beat some teams that were kind of shocked some people that they've beaten. So we got to watch some film on them and get ready. And then, like you said, turn right around and go down to McMinn County, which I've played at McMinn County High School many times. That's a tough gym to play in too.
It's big. I remember that. That's what I remember about it. Coach, thanks a lot for joining us, and have a good night. And we'll see if can you make the television show tomorrow. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yep. Coach Paige Taylor, Lady Wildcats dropped this one tonight. The guys are up at halftime 42-35. Let's get Mark in here and to run down the first half statistics.
Thank you very much, David. As you said, Wildcats lead at the end of the first half 42-35. Looking at the scoring for the Wildcats, they were led, as we said, by Kel Slater. He has 20 points in the first half. He's 7 of 8 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 6 points added by Lucas Searcy. He's 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from the line. Caden Updegraff also with 6 points for the Wildcats. He's 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Let's see, 4 points added by Darren Osborne, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 points for Brennan Scott. He came off the bench to hit a 3 almost instantaneously when he got in the game. He's 1 of 2 from beyond the three-point line. Bryson Comer came off the bench. He has got 2 points, both from the free throw line, where he's 2 of 2. And also with 2 points, or rather 1 point, is Grayson Strader. He came off the bench. He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Brennan Scott, as I said, with 3. As a team, the Wildcats were 14 of 25 from the field. They were 11 of 16 in twos. They were 3 of 9 in threes. And they were 11 of 16 from the free throw line. Now looking at the Powell Panthers, they're led in scoring by number 22, Aiden Green. He has 11. He's 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 6 points added by Bryce Jardette. He's 1 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 5 points for Eli Walls. He's came off the bench to add 5 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 6 points for Austin Hurd, 1 of 3 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 2 points from D. Kinnebrew, 1 of 3 from the field. Jake Smith has 2 points as well. He's 1 of 2 from the field. Caleb Walker with 3 points for the Panthers, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. So as a team, the Panthers are 11 of 34 from the field. They're 10 of 25 in twos. They're 1 of 9 in threes, and they're 12 of 15 from the free throw line. Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter by 3 by a score of 20-17, and then they outscored the Powell Panthers 22-18 in the second quarter to take a halftime lead of 7 points, where they lead 42-35. David?
Thanks a lot. I want to remind everybody tonight's broadcast is being sponsored in part by Neek Plus Ange, bigger than basketball. The Ange part is for Angela Phillips, former Lady Wildcat who played for Oak Ridge from 1999 to 2003. Angela scored over 1,000 points in her career as a point guard and ranks third all-time in assists at Oak Ridge High School. The Neek part of Neek Plus Ange is for her husband, former professional basketball player Dominic James Wright. Dominic played at Marquette in college, played 10 years overseas professionally, and now is back in the Anderson County, Oak Ridge area, helping young people play better basketball. And they're going to have the Neek Plus Ange bigger than basketball winter camp experience coming up for players ages 6 to 11. Spaces are limited. December the 28th and 29th from 10:30 a.m. to noon at the Oak Ridge Civic Center. They'll have personal instruction from Dominic James Wright and Angela Phillips Wright. Register now, $75. It'd be a great opportunity for, if you got a young player, to get your basketball skills going, because Dominic and Angela, they're two great teachers, and they'll be helping out. You can get involved or text them or call them if you want to be a part of this camp. I'm going to give you the number. Write it down. If you got basketball players from ages 6 to 11, call this number, 865-242-8816. 865-242-8816. They'll make your youngster a better basketball player. 42-35 is our score here at the half. We're going to take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back with the second half in 90 seconds. She said we played terrible, but we had open shot. She said the good news is, we played terrible. You know what, though? It's only our first district game. We're going to get better. We know we can play better. So she wasn't upset. She said, they're young, they're going to make mistakes. So, actually, pretty good interview, with her. Welcome back once again to Powell High School. Powell will get the ball first, and they work the ball in. The Wildcats come out here in the second half with the original starting five: Kel Slater, Caden Updegraff, Jamison Updegraff, Darren Osborne, Lucas Searcy. I think the key, probably both coaches probably told their team as they launch a three and hit it. Three-point shot for Caleb Walker is can't commit as many fouls. It was a foul fest there in the first half. Wildcat lead is 4 once again. Caden Updegraff facing his own, works the ball right corner to Darren Osborne. Thought about driving the baseline, cannot. Gives it over to Kel. Kel thought about driving in, looks to his top of the key. Over goes to Lucas Searcy. Was fouled, no call. Wildcats should have a layup. Darren Osborne, good. They gambled a little bit, came out with their post guy who left Darren free, and the Wildcats steal the inbounds with Kel Slater. Kel goes inside. Lucas Searcy, shot is up, no good. He does draw the foul. Lucas will go to the free throw line. 7:12 to play third quarter, our first district game of the year. The Wildcats trying to remain undefeated. The Panthers trying to win their second game. 44-38 the score. Oak Ridge in the lead. Lucas Searcy to the line one time. Toss. Good. 7 points in the ball game. I guess that shot was not good. 45-38 the score. Toss good. Wildcats with their biggest lead, 8 points, 46-38, 7:11 to play third period. Here's Aiden Green just blowing past his defender, and they get a layup. Good. Wow. And then on the other end, foul called against Oak Ridge. Going to be against one of the up-the-graphs. Going to go against Caden this time. And that'll be his second personal foul. 46-40 Oak Ridge. To the free throw line, Austin Hurd, senior player. He's got 8 points in the ball game. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Bounces the ball 2 times, eyes the cylinder. The righty puts it up there. Good. 46-41. Oak Ridge by 5 with the ball. Here comes Jamison for 3. No good. Rebound to Powell. Coming down with the board, the Panthers. Aiden Green coming down. Sets up in front of the Powell bench. Comes cross court. They'll drive in. Free throw line jumper a little strong. No good. Oh, that's got to be a foul as Jamison got tackled on the floor by, you heard him, Austin Hurd. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. That'll be Austin's 4th foul. You know, Tyler, that was a good one. You know that was a good one. You didn't hear it. It was a good one. Just trust me on this one, Mark. As the Wildcats, he doesn't like it, but it was a good one.
I'll have to go back and listen to the tape.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 46-41, 5-point Wildcat lead. Lucas Searcy, Kel Slater had the baseline, throws the ball, intending it inside to Darren Osborne. It's knocked out of bounds by D. Kennebrew. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the go. 46-41, 5-point Wildcat lead. 6:35 to play third period. Lucas, Caden, three-pointer. No good. Tipped out by Lucas Searcy, but tipped out too far. Goes sailing into the stands. I mentioned the fact that Brandon Hayward is here, not dressed out, will not play. Had a little tenderness in that ankle from the football injury, and probably was going to take this game off for sure. Hopefully he'll be back Friday or Saturday. We'll see. 46-41, Powell for 3. Brick. No good. Darren Osborne on the rebound to Kel Slater. 46-41, 5-point Wildcat lead. Oak Ridge basketball. Kel inside the arc, knocks down a 3. Kel Slater with 23 points in the ball game. Oak Ridge back up by 8. 49-41 the score. Here comes Powell down the floor. Now moving left to right as we play here in the second period. 5:55 to play third quarter. They'll dribble in. Aiden Green, he wants to shoot a 3. Nowhere to go. Slings it all the way across the floor to Eli Walls. Against the back wall, sets up the offense for the Panthers. Out it goes to Bryce Jardette. They work the ball to the corner to Green. Green thought about driving in, now will. Backs up, throws the ball inside, intercepted by Oak Ridge. Taken on the floor momentarily by Darren Osborne. They shoot a 3. It's no good. Kel Slater on the rebound. Kel nearly fouled in the rear court. Here come the Wildcats down the floor up by 8. 49-41 the score. Kel, Caden, to Lucas, to Darren Miller. Nope, it's going to be Kel, top of the circle. The lefty thought about shooting a 3. Will not. Jamison to Darren Osborne. He kicks the ball out of bounds. Just didn't catch it cleanly. It was deflected by a Panther. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Coach Barnes didn't agree with it. Honestly, I didn't see it. But like I said, we haven't got a whole lot of 50-50s going our way, so we'll take it. Oak Ridge by 8.
It happened right in front of Coach Green, and he agreed with it.
Wildcat basketball. Here's Darren driving. No place to go but back. Jamison up to grab for 3.
Nope.
No good. Hits the back end. Jamison has sat a lot of this ball game with foul trouble, and the normally good shooting Jamison hasn't found his stroke yet.
No, he's 0 for 4 from three-point range, David.
Here comes Aiden Green, coast to coast. Dribbles all the way to the baseline. Cut off there by Jamison. Good defense. The Wildcats not allowing Green to go all the way down. 4:49 to play third quarter. An 8-point advantage for the Wildcats. 49-48. Here's a steal by Darren. He's got a ton of those tonight. Playing well. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Here it goes to Kel Slater. 4:38 to play third quarter. 49-41. Caden for 3. On its way. Oh, it had good rotation, but it goes out of bounds. Wildcats settling for those outside shots. Probably need to be just a little bit more patient, although they are there. Like Coach Taylor said a moment ago, the shots are there. They're just not falling. It's a hard place to play.
It really is, David. But as you said, I mean, they were 3 of 9 in the first half from three-point range. As Powell has the ball, they go inside. Number 4, he'll sweep under the basket, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Lucas Searcy.
Behind the back dribble brings the ball across the midcourt line. 4:10 to play third quarter. Jamison, Lucas. he's wide open. He shoots it from there. It's up, hits the rim, tracked down on a nice hustle by Oak Ridge, but saved by Powell. And Kennebrew going to watch it sail over the top of his head against the back wall, and Oak Ridge will get it on their turnover, and Coach Barnes wants to slow the pace down. We will too. 3:58 to play third quarter, 49-41 Oak Ridge. Timeout Oak Ridge, back in 60 seconds. T. Morris, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Is it working out?
We're not losing the camera like we were
Why'd you call
early.
me out and say,
What's that?
he said, with his
Oh well. How are you doing with your videoing? It's on the same thing, I think. That's what I was saying. I said, do we have another card? Do we have another card? But thanks a lot. We are back live here at Powell High School. 49-41 the score. Remember, this Christmas, after Christmas, the Wildcats are going to the next level tournament in Nashville. They're going to play a 6 o'clock Eastern game time on the 28th of December against Louisville Male High School, one of the premier Kentucky basketball programs, and we'll be playing them, and we'll have the game for you. Terry Lee will be broadcasting or sponsoring that game for us on FM 92.7. Oak Ridge ball up by 8, 49-41 the score. Here at Powell, Oak Ridge, Lucas Searcy. Oh, great pass into Darren Osborne. Give the assist to Lucas. Great feed. It's a 10-point Wildcat lead.
Yeah, great move there by Darren
Here comes Powell down the floor. They'll kick it out. Won't take the three. There's a walk. No call. He works it in for a shot. Short. Rebound. Darren. No, it's Kell. Kell comes out of there with the basketball. I got too many rosters up here. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Brennan Scott for three. Right corner. No good. Great rebound. Lucas Searcy. Lucas wants to go right back up with it. Cannot. Backs it up to Scott. Brennan Scott with it. The sophomore. Good three-point shooter. Backs it up to Kell. Around to Jamison. To Kell. Kell dribbles in. Offensive player control foul against Kel Slater. Ran right into a stationary Panther, and it'll be Kel's third personal foul. 51-41, a 10-point advantage for the Wildcats. 2:57 to play. For the most part, the officiating's been good in this ball game. Probably too much called, but I mean, most of them were, fouls basically. But a lot of they let them play a little bit more at other locations maybe, but just a lot of fouls called. Here's a long shot, no good. Rebounded by Lucas. Lucas Searcy had a double-double the other day against Alcoa. Missed a triple-double as balls knocked out of bounds. Missed the triple-double by not scoring double digits in that ball game, and it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Once again, Mark's mic was off, and that's because of the YouTube stream that we have to turn off to keep the music. Jamison for three. Boy, they need this one. Good! Jamison knocks it down. Three-point shot. His first 3 points of the game, and Oak Ridge has a 13-point lead. 54-41 the score. Aiden Green with the basketball. Wildcats playing with Grayson Strader in the ballgame. Lucas Searcy. Jamison up the grab. There's Green for three. Aiden, right off the state championship football field, has come in and shot the ball really well. Here's Oak Ridge's answer. Brennan Scott for three. He does answer the call. Brennan Scott with a three-point shot. His 6th point of the ball game. Here comes Powell. Kennebrew walked. Goes in for the shot. Good. It might not have been a walk. He took about a step and a half, but it is a bucket for Powell. 57-46. A minute 40 to play third quarter. Here comes Oak Ridge's Kel Slater. He's going to shoot a three. It's good. Kel Slater. So much confidence, Mark Hayes, this year.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell on his face that it's kind of like, if you're going to leave me open, I'm going to take it. And he took it, and he made it.
14-point Wildcat lead. 60-46. They shoot a three. That's partially rejected. Knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. I thought Bryce Jardette hit it, but I guess that's not the case. It'll be Powell basketball underneath the goal. Minute 21 to play third period. Kell's going to come out. Boy, he needs a breather, I know. He plays most of the minutes anyway. The ball is inbounded and stolen on the floor. Who's got it? Jamison Updegraff's got it. He's bringing the ball down the floor. He's fouled. Fouled by number 11, D. Kennebrew. It'll be only the third team foul. So the good news is the fouls have kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, they're calling a lot fewer than they were in the first half.
It is letting them play here. Much more enjoyable. Wildcats, Grayson Strader works it into Jamison. Wildcats have Lucas Searcy, Caden Updegraff, along with, Oak Ridge's Brennan Scott in the ballgame. 60-46. Bad pass, intercepted. Telegraph layup. Actually, one-hand dunk by Eli Walls. Gets the crowd back in it for Powell. Under a minute to play third quarter. 60-48, the Wildcats in the lead. Oak Ridge trying to remain undefeated and go 1-0 in the district. Three-pointer, Jamison hits the rim, no good. Rebound, saved by Lucas on the baseline. Lucas slings it into Brennan. Brennan inside to Caden. Up for the shot, count it! Caden Updegraff is fouled, flexes the muscles, and will go to the free throw line.
Nice job by Caden there, David, as he corralled the ball, took it up, and made the bucket. He now has 8 points in the ball game. Foul will go against Kennebrew. That'll be his third, team fourth.
They're going to say it was. They were going to say it was on the floor, and Coach Green can't believe it. And he wants an explanation. They're going to say it was on the floor and wiped off. Elk Ridge fans can't believe it. I can't believe it. Ball's worked in, Jamison Updegraff. 60-48, and Coach Green says spread it out. 32 seconds to play third quarter. Now Jamison dribbles in, lost his dribble, drives past, 8-footer off the glass, no good. What's the call? Foul called against the Panthers. Aiden Green called for the foul. Personal foul for Aiden will be his fourth. 25.8 seconds to play. Third quarter, 60-48. It's been a close ball game. The Wildcats here in the second half have extended it out just a bit as Oak Ridge goes to the free throw line with Jamison Updegraff.
Updegraff in the ballgame. Dave has 3 points. His first attempt from the free throw line is up and is good. He now has 4 points as the Wildcats lead 61-48 with 25.8 seconds remaining on the clock.
Alex Baraxa, Drew Thomas doing camera work. We've got Tyler Morris doing the scoreboard work here on our stream, our live stream on YouTube. Second toss up, Jamison hits them both. 14-point Wildcat lead, Jamison with 5. 62-48 the score. Here comes Powell down the floor. 21 seconds to play. The Lady Wildcats defeated today. Struggled to shoot the ball for sure as Powell dribbles in. Back it goes to Smith. Jake Smith dribbling outside the line, needs some help. Gives it out to Walls. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Eli Walls. Guarded by Lucas. 2 seconds. 1 second. Throws it up. Blocked by Lucas anyway as the third quarter comes to a close. 3 quarters of basketball in the books here at Powell. Oak Ridge by 14. 62-48. Back in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to Powell High School. Fourth and final quarter about set here. The Wildcats on top by 14, slowly building the lead, Mark.
Yeah, they are. They outscored Powell in that quarter, David, 20-13.
Wildcats trying to go 1-0 in the district and try to remain undefeated at 4-0 on the year. Oak Ridge works into Darren Osborne. Double team. Wants to shoot, does. Blocked, but it's foul. Foul called. And then a technical foul called against Eli Walls. Slammed the ball hard down to the ground. You know, mad at himself, honestly. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't mad at the official, but he did slam it down hard. And that, I guess the official thought it was a little bit too much. It wasn't directed, I don't think, at the official. I think he was just mad at himself.
Yeah, I think he was, but he went from 2 fouls to 4 fouls very quickly, David.
Here's Darren Osborne at the free throw line for the Wildcats. The first shot is good. Darren now has 9 points in the game. He's 3 of 3 from the line. 15-point advantage for the Wildcats. 63-48 the score. Second toss, good. Darren's there. Might as well shoot some more.
Yeah, he's 4 for 4. I mean, what more do you want from him?
Here's the senior. Good. Guess what? Darren's got another one. 65-48 Oak Ridge. Back to the free throw line. Toss. No good. Oak Ridge basketball, though, side court. 65-48 Wildcats, 7:46 to play in the ballgame. Oak Ridge playing with Lucas Searcy, Kel Slater, Jamison Updegraff, Caden Updegraff, Darren Osborne. Oak Ridge ball. Ball is kicked on the inbound. 7:46 to play in the game. The game you're listening to on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're streaming the game on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We're on prepradio.com. We're also on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. Turnover. Aiden Green's going to dunk it. He does. They're beating us 2 dunks to none, but we're up 65-50. 7:30 to play in the ball game. Here's Jamison driving to the hole. Good. Foul called against the Panthers. The Wildcats have an opportunity for a 3-point play. 67-50, a 17-point advantage for the Wildcats, and Jamison Updegraff will go to the free throw line.
Jamison David in the ball game has 5 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, as he now has 3 of 3. Actually, he's got 8 points in the ball game.
Coach Green told me on the TV show on Wednesday that one of the things that he said to his guys, that this is the last time the seniors, Darren Osborne, Lucas Searcy, as they launch a 3 good, Jamison and Caden Updegraff, last time they'll ever play on this floor. And, you know, Coach Green likes coming here, I know. As they launch a 3, it's a 15-point game.
Actually, I'm kind of glad to hear that, because that tells me that the postseason play will not be here, which I'm excited about.
But do you know where it is? Campbell County is the site of the District 3 tournament. That is about as far away from your job as possible. But that's where the district tournament will be. Aiden Green with the basketball for Powell. 15-point advantage for the Wildcats, 68-53, 6:40 to play in the ballgame here at Powell High School. Tonight's broadcast is being sponsored in part by Neek plus Ange. They put up a shot, no good, but a foul is going to be called. Neek plus Ange, bigger than basketball. The Ange part is for former Lady Wildcat Angela Phillips-Wright, who played for Oak Ridge from 1999 to 2003. Angela scored over 1,000 points in her career as a point guard and ranks 3rd on the all-time assist list at Oak Ridge High School. The Neek part is for her husband, former professional basketball player, Dominic James Wright. Dominic played at Marquette and then 10 years overseas professionally. We'd like to thank them for their support of our broadcast and their commitment to developing local athletes on and off the court. Thank you again for your support, and remember their camp coming up after Christmas. Free throw missed, rebounded for a moment by Lucas, saved by Aiden. Long 3, no good. Rebound, Powell, and then the farthest official. Here we go again on the foul fest. To me, it looks like just guys going for a rebound, and he's going to call a foul against Darren Osborne. And for Darren, that'll be his 2nd foul, 3rd team foul, I believe. And a near steal by Kel. Ball is deflected. And guess what? Same gentleman. Foul called Oak Ridge. 4 fouls on Kel. 6:24 to play. Darren Osborne's going to come out. Let's see if Kell's going to come out. The Wildcats don't have many options at point guard. Jamison played point guard early when Kell was hurt. He is an option. Here's the lob. Here's a steal by Lucas. Kennebrew just threw it over the top, and the Wildcats have it. 6:15 to play. Kell Slater stays in the ballgame for the Wildcats here. 68-54. The Wildcats trying to go 4-0 on the year. Brennan Scott's in the ballgame. Won't take the three. Caden's in the right corner. Brennan's up top with Kell Slater down low. We've got Lucas Searcy and one other player, I guess that's Grayson Strader. Oak Ridge basketball. Lucas thought about shooting from the corner, will not. Here it goes to Kell Slater, guarded by Kennebrew. He works the dribble at the midcourt line. 5:45 to play in the game, 68-54. Here's Kell driving, he's hand checked and fouled on the floor. Personal foul will go against Kennebrew. That is D. Kennebrew. And that'll be the 9th team foul called against Powell. That'll send Kell to the free throw line.
Powell has 4 individuals with 4 fouls, David, still in the game.
Well, I mean, I guess they have to play their best, I guess. They're down by 14. Kell goes to the line. What has he done tonight?
Oh, he's done everything tonight, David. He's got 26 points. His free throw's up, no good. He's now 5 of 7 from the free throw line.
68-54. Powell back on offense here. Wildcats up by 14, 5:29 to play. In the paint, fadeaway jumper, off the rim, no good. Tracked down by Caden up the graph to Kell. Kell Slater down the floor for the Wildcats. Positions himself outside the three-point line, finds his senior teammate, Lucas Searcy, driving the baseline. Fouled on the floor, doesn't matter. It's the 10th team foul, it's a double bonus. Oak Ridge should be shooting 2 free throws anyway, although he is fouled on the floor, and Lucas Searcy will go to the free throw line.
Lucas has 8 points in the ball game, David. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Powell now with 5 individuals with 4 fouls.
5:16 to play in the ball game. 69-54, a 15-point lead. Is Alex on his phone up there, or is he doing camera work?
He's eating.
Eating, of course. No surprise about that. A couple years ago, we went to Myrtle Beach. I'm still paying off the loans on that one. 70-54 the score. Oak Ridge on top. 5:10 to play in the ball game. Here comes the Panthers. Right corner, three-pointer. Hits the rim, no good. Kell Slater on the rebound. 70-54, 16-point advantage for the Wildcats. Kell takes it strong to the hole and scores. Kell Slater, coast to coast for that one. 25 points in the ball game. 28 points in the ball game, so he's pushing 30 again. 72-54 the score, at 18-point advantage for the Wildcats. Their biggest lead of the night. Powell with the basketball. Eli Walls for 3. He knocks it down. 72-57. Back the other way we go. Coach Green says slow it down just a bit as Kell walks it across the midcourt line. Works the ball to the corner. Brennan Scott pulls up. He shoots a 3. It's no good. Lucas Searcy on the rebound. Bumped. Still shoots. Knocks it down. Lucas Searcy off the rim, off the glass. And Lucas gives Oak Ridge a 74-57 lead on his 12th point. Here's the pass down low. Shot good. Austin Hurd scores for the Panthers. 4:07 to play in the ball game. And what has been a high-scoring, entertaining affair here at Powell.
I heard he could score.
I've already used that one. That was the one earlier. Oak Ridge basketball. Here it goes to Kell Slater. He dribbles in. Does he get 30? Not on this trip. Ball is deflected. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Caden. No 50-50 ball with that gentleman has gone our way all day. No comment. Here come the Panthers down the floor. But like I said, I think honestly, officiating has been good. He's trying to slow things down, as I mentioned earlier. And right now it is a track meet. Here's a little shot. Good. Oh, nice little left-handed jumper by Aiden Green. I think Coach Barnes wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. 3:34 to play in the ballgame. Oak Ridge on top, 74-61. Back in 30 seconds. We are back here at Powell High School. We've got 3:34 to play. Unfortunately, tonight the Lady Wildcats were defeated. We'll have a complete rundown of their scoring at the end of the ball game. The guys are up 74-61, breaking the press with ease. Kel Slater for 30 points. He's got it. Unofficially, 30 points for Kel Slater. 76-61 the score. 3 minutes, 23 seconds to play. Yesterday, I went to the freshman game, Mark, and I saw Raekwon Watson scored 34 points in a freshman ball game as Powell scores again. And the freshman Wildcats are undefeated at 4-0. A lot of good talent coming up.
Oh, that's great to hear, David. Excellent to hear. I can remember, I know when the freshman coach from years ago.
Dyron Birdwell?
Yeah, Dyron Birdwell. He went undefeated several years in a row.
Wildcats up by 13. 76-63. Here comes Brennan Scott, coast to coast to the hole. Shot, no good. They call a charge, and absolutely. I'm telling you, okay, now the officiating is bad. He's had a good angle, but you're on the road. You're not going to get the calls, really.
Yeah, and Powell would argue that the fouls are uneven, as Oak Ridge now with the 6th foul. Powell has 10.
And just like that, they're getting right back in the game. It's an 11-point advantage. Wildcat basketball, and it comes to Kel. Triple teamed in the rear court. Somebody's got to be open as Kel brings it across the line. 2:39 to play. Oak Ridge was up 18. Wildcats don't shoot the long-range shot. Wildcats trying to work time off the clock. They haven't scored in a while. They're up by 11. 76-65 the score.
Nice.
Wide open. Darren Osborne shot is up. He called the block this time.
That's 5.
It'll be personal foul called against the Panthers. It's going to go against Aiden Green, I believe. 2:24 to play in the game, an 11-point game. We had an 18-point lead earlier. Darren Osborne's going to go to the line. 76-65 Wildcats. We're on live on our YouTube stream on our Prep Radio channel. We'd like for you to subscribe and you get notified every time we do go live. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, and we're on prepradio.com and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. Shot is good. You know, Coach Green has suffered through many years where the football guys don't get back for a while, and Coach Barnes is having to get that now, fresh off their state championship. But you'd never know Aiden Green hadn't been shooting a basketball because he's looked good tonight.
Oh, yeah, he's had a great night tonight, David. He fouls out with 18 points.
78-65 after the free throws by Darren. Don't reach in like that. And there's going to be a block foul called against Lucas, and you know who called it.
Tubby?
Yeah, don't. Be nice, Mark.
Oh, I thought it was related to Tubby Smith. I'm sorry.
Be nice. As the Powell Panthers go to the free throw line, it'll be Eli Walls. 2:13 to play in the ball game, 78-65. Wildcats in the lead. Friday, the Wildcats at home against Central. Saturday, the Wildcats traveling to McMinn County. A week from tonight, the Wildcats are home against the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Always a fun, entertaining, exciting ball game. I wish Cleveland would send their boys' roster. You know me, if I don't get my roster, I pick on the coach from now until eternity. It's such an easy thing to do. I give everybody anything they ask of me. All I ask is a roster. That's all I ask
$1 million.
78-65. Eventually, we're going to have free throws here as the Wildcats. I guess somebody's fouled out. Is that what took so long? Caden Updegraff's going to come in for Darren Osborne. Did Darren foul out?
I only had him with 4 fouls, so I'm not sure.
Well, he's out. Eli Walls in. Shooting free throws, good. I don't remember Eli Walls from a year ago. Do you?
I don't. He's got 11 points so far tonight, so he's a good
senior
player.
Too. He's tall, slender kid. Missed that free throw, but they've got the rebound. They're going to shoot a 3. Walls makes it a shorter shot, and it's good. He's a good player. You're right. Just like that, we've got a 12-point lead once again. 2:05 to play. Kel being harassed all the way down the floor. He was fouled, no call. Splits the defense. What are they going to call? Well, he wanted to call a charge. They did call a block. The 3 guys have been pretty consistent most of the game, and now Coach Barnes has been around the block a long time. He doesn't really argue much with the officials. He's a pretty calm guy compared to the guy on our sideline who gets kind of upset, and that gentleman at Clinton gets a little upset sometimes too.
Yeah, there's always little oddities as Darren Osborne, Darren Osborne, but rather Kel Slater at the free throw line. He missed that one with his 30 points tonight. He leads all scorers in the game.
10-point Oak Ridge lead, make it 11 as Kel knocks it down. Wildcats on top 79-68 down the floor. The Panthers in the free throw lane, they throw the ball away. One too many passes there. Kel Slater with it down the floor. Minute 49 to play, 79-68. Powell still in the ballgame, Mark. As the Wildcats work some time off the clock. Double bonus in effect, so the Wildcats just trying to, take time off the clock. Jamison with the basketball, dribbles, harassed by Eli. Walls goes into Kel. Kel lays it in, missed the layup. Rolled off the rim. Here comes Powell down the floor. 79-68, 11-point game. Good. They score, and we've got a single-digit game right now. The Wildcats were up 18, and now it's 9. 79-70. Brennan Scott dribbles, drives, no place to go, gives it out to Jamison. About to be trapped, about to be fouled. And I believe a timeout is asked for by Jamison Updegraff. Minute 5 to play in the ball game, 79-70. The Wildcats 3-0 coming into this game, trying to go 1-0 in District 3 play. Earlier tonight, Marquez, what happened with the Lady Wildcats?
Lady Wildcats fell to the Lady Panthers, David, by his final score of 34-25. Leading scorer for Powell was, Reagan Trum. She had 17 points. Leading scorer for Lady Wildcats was Lindsay Cleveland off the bench, where she had 6 points.
Thanks a lot, Mark. 79-70 the score. Right now, the Vols are losing 39-37 with about 5 minutes to go as the Wildcats have the lead 79-70. Our scoreboard operator today has been Tyler Morris, doing it for the first time. We'll get cards and emails to see how good of a job he's done. He says he's done well, and he probably has. I don't know so much about Alex doing our top camera, though. Brian Bennett back at the station. Drew Thomas back at the station. As Lucas Searcy gets a layup, he missed it. Wildcats. Then Lucas steals it right back, and the Wildcats then work the ball to Jamison Updegraff. Jamison drives right, gives it into Brennan, splits the defense. His shot is partially rejected. Take it on the floor with under a minute to play. Powell, they can cut the lead further. It's 79-70. Here come the Panthers with the basketball. 40 seconds to play. Here's a steal by Lucas. Lucas Searcy and the Wildcats. That might have been their only chance to win this ball game. Wildcats get it with 32 seconds to play. Here's the trap on Kel to Lucas Searcy. 28 seconds to play. Powell now doesn't look like they are going to foul. Nope, they tried to foul, and then Brennan throws the ball away. Then a foul called against Jamison Updegraff, and Jamison will sit the rest of the 19.7 seconds of this game on the floor. It'll be Powell going to the free throw line. Oak Ridge had an 18-point lead. Now it's 79-70. Looks like Grayson's going to come back in the game. Grayson Strader is indeed checking into the ball game. Wildcats playing with Brennan Scott, Lucas Searcy, Kel Slater, along with Caden Updegraff. To the free throw line, Caleb Walker. 79-70, Oak Ridge. 19.7 seconds to play. Looks at the toss. Guns. Good. 8-point game. The Wildcats were up 18 just a bit ago. I'm looking at Coach Green's body language. You can guess it. It's not pretty. Back to the free throw line, Caleb Walker. Toss. No good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Grayson Strader looks for help, gives it to Caden. To Lucas. Lucas down the floor. 12 seconds. Triple team. Throws it into Kel. Kel gets a layup. Good. Kel Slater off the glass for 2. Give him 2 more points in that one. And that's the final score. The Wildcats win it by a final score of 81-71. That is your final score here at the Panther Palace, the Jeff Hunter Gymnasium. The Wildcats win it 81-71. Mark, your thoughts on the win?
Oh, just an exciting game tonight, David. Very, typical Oak Ridge game where it's just up and down the court. Fun to watch. Quarters go by very quickly when it's a fast-paced game like that. Favorite games to watch.
Tonight's broadcast was sponsored in part by Neek plus Ange, bigger than basketball. The Ange part is for former Lady Wildcat Angela Phillips. We'd like to thank her and Dominic James Wright for sponsoring our ball games. And once again, one more time, I'm going to talk about their camp, and I'll do that Friday and Saturday as well. Neek plus Ange, bigger than basketball, winter camp experience. Players ages 6 to 11. Spaces are limited, so sign up now. It'll take place December the 28th and 29th, 10:30 to noon at the Oak Ridge Civic Center. You can register now at $75. Text or call 865-242-8816. And you can go to the winter camp experience at the Oak Ridge Civic Center. Waiting for Coach Green to join us here. We'll take a break here. The Wildcats win the JV game, lose the girls game, win the boys game by 10. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian back at the station. 81-71 the final score. We'll be back to Powell High School following this 3-minute timeout. How'd you do? How'd you do? Good. What do you think was wrong with the camera there? What do you think was wrong with the camera there?
I don't know. We just stopped recording for top.
Yeah, sometimes the tape's bad. So.
Yeah, as soon as I change the tape,
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Not you. It's like really, you have tried to practice jump. No. It's like, I'll see you. Thank you. I was going to text you. It's like, doing the scoreboard stuff, but we weren't sure. You heard it. You saw it. You heard it.
Oh, yeah. Here?
As long as you got that right, we're good. The score was right. Time sometimes is a little off, but I mean, that's okay. We were at Fulton last year, and I remember looking down, and I was like, man, that's the ball game. And I saw the clock at like 7, 6. The ball game was about over. You know that. Creating Christmas memories once again. With your support, the Oak Ridge High School boys and girls basketball teams will take children that have been selected by the District Family Resource Center on a special Christmas shopping trip. The goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible. This will take place on December the 12th. Please Either drop donations by Oak Ridge High School, checks only, made out to Oak Ridge High School basketball boosters, or you can mail them to Post Office Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee 37831. Once again, the Post Office Box, P.O. Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee 37831. Although each kid will get $100 to spend, you don't have to donate $100. You can donate $5. You can donate $10. You can donate $1 if that's all you have. Trying to make some kids' Christmas much better. And we appreciate this creating Christmas memories that we've done for several years. You can contact Coach Green as well at 423-595-1829 for more information. I think Mark's got the stats done. It looks like he does, and we'll just go to him.
Thank you very much, David. As you said, thank you very much, David. Oak Ridge wins 81-71. Leading scorer for the Wildcats was Kel Slater. He finished with 33 points. He was 12 of 16 from the field, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Also in double figures, Darren Osborne. He had 14. He was 3 of 4 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Lucas Searcy had 12 points. He was 4 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 8 points added by Jamison Updegraff. He was 2 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. His brother Caden added 6 for the Wildcats. He was 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 points also by Brennan Scott. He was, 2 of 6 from the field. Both of those obviously three-pointers. 1 point added by Grayson Strader. He was 1 of 3 from the free throw line, and 2 points added by Bryson Comer. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So as a team, the Wildcats were 25 of 47 from the field. They were 18 of 26 in twos. They were 7 of 21 in threes, and they were 24 of 32 from the free throw line. Now looking at the Powell Panthers, they were led in scoring by number 22, Aiden Green. He finished with 18 points. Eli Walls, he had 15 points. Austin Hurd had 15 points as well. Bryson Jardette with 9 points. Caleb Walker had 6 for the Panthers. D. Kinnenbrew has 4, and Jake Smith had 2. David?
You just put a heavy responsibility on Tyler Morris, and I know Tyler. I don't think that was a wise decision on your part there, Coach. Coach Aaron Green joins us here. Just kidding, Tyler. I appreciate all the work you've done over the past, however long it's been. Anyway, Coach Green's here with us. Coach, district win tonight. Kind of what you expect. I mean, kind of a little ragged in the first half. Way too many fouls. Called both ways. Double bonus early for both teams. And that's what we get when we come over here typically. We don't see this association, but here in Carnes, I believe, that's about the only times we ever see them. And I'm not saying it's bad officiating, just too much of it, for one thing. Kind of took away from the first half. You did a lot of things well, especially in the second half. I thought you built up a lead, got it up to 18 at one point. Then they cut it down to single digits. I know that part of it you don't like. You had a little foul trouble. Kel had a great night, over 30, I think. What do you have him with there?
I think unofficially 32 or 34.
Right,
yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what we thought. So a big night for him. Foul trouble was a problem. Jamison was in foul trouble early, and he didn't really get his stroke going, so he didn't have the outside shooting. Your thoughts? I thought Darren Osborne played hard for you and well for you.
He did. I told the team after the game, we've given up 71. We play a fast pace. Obviously, we're going to have to play a little bit different style with based on last year's personnel and this year's personnel with us being so guard oriented. But we've got to guard better. We've just in general. The last 3 games, I don't know the numbers here. We've given up over 43% field goal percentage shooting each of the last 3 games. Tonight they were probably over that as well. Our goal is to hold them under 39%. We haven't done it yet, and we're just that's the part's disappointing. So we've got to improve defensively. I've never had the mindset of just outscore folks. You've got to defend, especially in the half court. You got to rebound the ball. I thought in the first half they out-scrapped us for some 50-50 balls, offensive boards, gave them some extra possessions, but the negative is I defensively we got to get better. Especially in the half court. Getting blown by, too many blow-bys. The guys getting to the rim. I think we had them charted for 8 layups in the first half, and you just can't give those up. But offensively, obviously, Kel, I need to not start him more often. I didn't start him at Alcoa and had 28 and followed up tonight with 34. So, but like I told the guys, we've always been this way. The offense really will take care of itself. Our guys are going to play unselfish. We're not going to play perfect. They're going to make some bad plays here and there. But if you want to have a chance to win basketball games at a high level, you got to defend in the half court. You got to rebound the ball. Overall, the first 4 games, we've rebounded better than I expected. But defensively, team-wise, team defense, and building a wall, we've got to get better.
Coach, all that being said, you're 4-0, and I know, but
Coach
talk. I know. That's you see things differently from a fan. Most fans just look, you're 4-0, you scored 81 points, whatever.
Yeah.
But from a standpoint, when you go against other teams, a little bit better than this, and this is not going to be a bad team. This is a pretty good Powell team.
They're 1-4, but they had Aiden Green. He makes their team totally different.
Right.
He's a really good player. Obviously, he had a touchdown in their state championship game. Their best receiver. He was an impact. He had an impact on that game, and that was his first game playing. He's had 2 practices, so I know from the years past of experiencing football guys coming in late.
Yeah, I commented on that actually.
Yeah, so and Coach Barnes and I are good friends. He does a good job. I asked him how to go with the football guys. He said, well, they've had a practice and a half. So, but he had 18. He's and he, like I said, he hadn't played in any of their games up to this point. So, not a bad team at all. They're having a chance to, they'll win some games in our league. They'll start winning some ball games now that they've got him. I think they've got another guy hurt, but yeah, that's a big difference. But I thought, our guys are going to play hard. David, you've seen them play enough, even from our scrimmages. Our guys are going to compete and play hard. But we had some, and I'm being pretty negative tonight just because we can play better. We had some dumb turnovers late in the game that we got to clean up. Those will get you beat. But overall, I thought we did play better. DJ didn't get off to a greatest starts, but he come around in the second and the third quarter for sure. I think he ended up probably close to a double-double. Let's see what he had. He had 13 points and probably close to 10 rebounds. I don't know if he got to 10. Lucas has rebounded the ball well. Jameson, like you said, got in some foul trouble. He didn't really get going. Sometimes that'll get you, get your rhythm off a little bit. But overall, again, good win. Anytime you come over here and get a win at Powell, ugly, pretty, whatever it is, it's a good win.
Yeah, we've had some games, like this where we've had big leads and the same things have happened before.
Yeah.
And so this is something you said to me on the TV kind of reminded me, these seniors playing their last game here. To me, this is the hardest place in our district. Now for sure, Clinton's gone, but I think this is the hardest place to play.
No doubt. And over my 12 years here, it's always been that case. I think back, when I think of this gym, I think of 2014, that team played in the state championship game. We were down 17 in the second half over here in the district first round.
I remember.
And come back and won, and that kind of really got us going. But my first or second year here, we got beat on a buzzer beater on an out-of-bounds play down here at the buzzer. I think Spencer Sharfner didn't, I don't know, something happened. Somebody didn't switch or something.
Poor Spencer, you're picking on it 10 years later.
Spencer, yeah. I remember that play like it was yesterday. So those are just 2 that come to mind over here. But it's always a tough place to play, and and again, I know even for Powell's sake, when you add football guys, it kind of discombobulates you a little bit, So good win, but we got a long way to go.
Central on Friday, another district game. I've looked at their record, and they've been struggling a bit.
Yeah, haven't watched them at all. We'll obviously start, probably tomorrow watching those guys. But I know they lost their best player, returning best player. He transferred to Bearden. But other than that, I don't know much about them. I know they're obviously normally athletic. And they'll play us their best game for sure. So, 1-0 in addition, like I told the guys, good. I started off with a positive, David. I said good win, but we've got ways to improve if you guys want to have a chance to, to be special.
Coach, I've been tallying the Christmas memories. Creating Christmas memory. How's that going for you?
It's going good. We've got some, we got some donations going. I think we're up right now to 25 kids. We've got $2,500. 100% of that's going to our shopping on Sunday at 2:00. Our goal is to get to 100 kids, so we got a long way to go. So if you're listening and got some, $7,000 or $8,000, $9,000 hanging around that you want to donate, we'll take care of about 180 or 90 kids. But it's a good opportunity for our guys to give back and take the kids shopping, and girls obviously as well. But they'll be involved there on Sunday. So if if I know you've probably been sharing it over the course of the broadcast. I appreciate you doing that. There's plenty. We have 25 kids right now. They're going to take off. There's hundreds in our community that need it and could use it. So if you're listening, can just drop off a check at the high school. Very simple. Just drive by, walk up there, give it to the front desk, put an envelope, put my name on it, make it out to Oak Ridge Basketball Boosters, and we'll take care of another kid.
Coach, your final comments on the win?
Good win. I thought, again, like I said earlier, our guys played hard. I think we compete. We've got to stop fouling, and we've just got to do a better job defensively in the half court. And it'll take time. We got some guys out there that's getting their first true minutes, real minutes in games, and we've got enough athleticism and stuff. It's funny. I'll close with this. We'll come in. Coach Barnes, I talked to him for the game. He's like, "Yeah, one of my parents over here when y'all walked in said, man, because how small we are, said man, their JV's bigger than that." But right. That is true. We've got our freshman team has got 3 kids bigger than anybody we got on varsity. Right. It's kind of odd, but size sometimes doesn't matter. I mean, we. I don't know how many threes we made, but again, David, it's you'll see us really pound the defensive end the next couple of days in the next few games as far as really getting better. And our goal is to make teams shoot contested jump shots. Right now, if you allow teams to get in there to the rim on you and get in that paint, it's kind of like football is a line of scrimmage game. You win the game on the line of scrimmage, both sides, and basketball is no different. You win the games in the paint. Defense, keep them out of there. Offense, try to get it in there. And right now we're letting that thing, we're letting it get in the paint too much, and we got to clean that up. But good win.
Real quick, Brandon Hayward, what's his situation?
Yeah, he played against Alcoa, tweaked it a little bit on Sunday, and he's going back to the doctor. It's just, it was a bad sprain. So hopefully, he goes Thursday. I'm sure, they'll tell him probably take a little bit more time. Hopefully, it's game by game, but hopefully after he goes Thursday, we'll know more.
Coach, can you do TV tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, 7:30 tomorrow.
Okay.
Coach, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, David.
Wildcats win it 81-71. Let me get Mark back in here. Tyler, you forgot to remind Coach Green here. He's got it, though. Let's get Mark back in here for the final stats.
All right, reading down the scoring real quick for the Wildcats. They were led by Kel Slater. He had 33 points on the night. Darren Osborne with 14. Lucas Searcy had 12. Brendan Scott with 6. Caden Updegraff with 6 as well. Jamison Updegraff had 8. Bryson Comer with 2. And Grayson Strader had 1. Earlier tonight, the Lady Wildcats lost by his final score of 34-25. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Lindsay Cleveland. She had 6. Jenna Johnson had 4. Samaj Clark with 3. Ayana Porter with 3 as well. And Emily Lindsay had 3. Cannon Green had 2. Zayana Stewart with 2. And Demetria Strickland had 2 as well.
Mark, I appreciate your work here again today. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be coming up Friday. The Wildcats at home, 6 o'clock for the girls' game against Central. The boys' game at 7:30. Then Saturday, the Wildcats are traveling to McMinn County to take on the Cherokees. We'll have the broadcast on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We'll attempt to stream the away games. We haven't heard from our athletic director yet, our new athletic director yet, if we can stream home ball games. That conversation will take place fairly soon, I believe. Appreciate Tyler Morris, Alex Baraxa, Drew Thomas for joining us here. Brian Bennett back in the studios of FM 92.7. The boys win, the girls lose, the JV wins. Final score of the boys game, 81-71. For Tyler, Alex, Mark, Brian, and Drew, this is David Clary. Until next time, so long, everybody.